Who's hungry? Welcome to PandaChat. Oh shit, I didn't set anything up, did I? That's just typical, isn't it? Never set anything up. There's the link if you want to join in. And next lecture. I don't know what the lecture would be on. P6s, I suppose. Let's do a lecture on P6s. I know Cress actually had a question that I thought I could do it live. Yes, I am live, you fucking stupid computer. Oh, God, Max. Gotta love him, gotta hate him. Oh, yeah, I need to push the camera button, don't I? Oh, I have. Wait, what? That's Mac. That's camera. Oh, that button, twat. Drink. I never said it had to be alcoholic, but I do have alcoholic drink. That's all good. Oh, yeah, I've got to tag it as well, haven't I? Twat. Pin message. There we go. La 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 la. There it is. Have I not set this up? Fuck me, that's bright. Cool. Yes, PandaChat. It's another day. Finally, I'm on time as well, so I'm gonna get a few more Brits in. Because starting at 11 o'clock, who's gonna wait up for that? Yeah. So that was. Man Want Kebab. I was doing lots and lots of synth, sort of like dicking around with Ableton, and like lots of nice subby bass programming. Where's the screaming bass? There it is. And just make some nice noises out of it. Cool. Right. Probably should set up the wheel. Why don't I set up anything? Yes, save it as Man Want Kebab. How's everyone? What you drinking? What you doing? I want that one. A bloody nice curry. this evening. Oh, it was a madras. Yeah, it was a madras. Has to be of a madras. Wheel. Where the fuck's the wheel? There it is. Oh, probably should be. I'm just going to mute my map back a second. Why don't I set anything up beforehand? Ginger beer. Can I? Yeah, I can have a nice ginger beer. It's got to be very hot though. Oddly, I do like a ginger beer though. But I don't like the taste of raw ginger. I'm weird. Absolutely weird. La 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 la. Oh god, why is that not loaded? Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. Mermaid spiced rum. Oh, mermaid spiced rum and ginger beer. That's a good mix. Am I very quiet? Oh shit. How about now? There we go. That feels a bit better. I turned myself down last week for Grace, and then I brought myself back up again. There it is. Right, cool. Right, pop out chat. Steal that. Go to the wheel. Probably should size that. I'll do that one. Fuck it. Come on, wheel. Is everything alright? Yes, everything is alright. Right, cool. Something like that. And I'll fix it in a bit. There we go. The wheel. Ha 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 ha, the wheel. Unmute it because I'm an idiot. Fix it in a bit. Oh, there we go. The wheel. Shut up, you. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Shoes. Lovely. Take it away. Well, that was a lovely, lovely jam from the lovely Robert Schulz. Can I go backwards with just regular YouTube? No, I can only slow it down. That's shit. Wonder if I reverse it in Ableton or something. Wonderful stuff from there, Robert Schulz. Playing with, what was it? Lots of laser sounds though. Yes. Lovely. What do we talk about today? I haven't got a fucking clue. Oh, that's sad news. The lady who sung Saltwater Chicane's passed away. Oh. I hate hearing stuff like that. What was her name again? Moya Brennan. Yeah, that's sad. It's gonna happen though, isn't it? We can't all be here forever. So can I point to it directly? So if you want to do one, jump in. Somewhere there. There's the link. You know what to do. Jump in. Saves me from rambling to myself and 4 hours of just me going, I don't got a fucking clue. Whilst we're waiting, let's see who's in the chat. Hello, Moser, Panda Mans. Oh, that's a prick. Half God, half beast. Fat Dad, Robbie of ProSynth Network, Riverx Music, Sonus Lucis, Tanef, VQ, Velequa, Tone Smith, downstate, upstate, downstate, left state, right state, all states matter. Uncle Crow, Immunity, Wire Baby. Hello, welcome. Well, whilst I'm trying to think of something to do, should we spin the wheel again? Because it's one of those shows. It's 5,718 jams, and is this one going to be 404? Probably not. It's Septic Smile. delicious doom from the wonderful man of doom himself, Septic Smile. And here on the chat, it's Sonus Lucis. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, God. Why are you coming
Echo.
on? Hang on a minute. I can
Not
fix
me.
that. That's me. I know that. Fixed it.
I mean, could you cope with two of me? Let's face it. Hello, chat.
Some muppet left the speakers on from when he was dicking around yesterday. And not the big speakers either.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I got some big speakers.
Am I a bit hot? Hang on, let me turn. Yeah, I can see actually my fader's a bit up. Yeah, how about that? Is that a bit better, Uncle Chrome? Your poor ears?
Cool
There you
more
go.
if you can.
Bit more? Okay, there you go.
There
How's
you go.
that?
There you go. That's better.
Is that good? Okay. Let's get it out of the way first. It's really sad about Moya Brennan. I mean, what a legend. If anyone hasn't heard her sing in Clanad, just that band are fantastic. They did the soundtrack to Robin of Sherwood in the 80s. They have many more albums out other than that. Just incredible. It's a sad loss.
Yeah. My God, no one's ever wanted more me. Input 5. There we go. How's that? Hey, check, 1, 2. Ah. Yeah. That'll do.
Come on, people.
Huh?
Is Sammy sounding good now? Is that good?
Yeah, I could just talk.
Getting there, Robbie says. You can never have too much Panda. Come on.
It might help if my master and my mic was up. Whoops. There we go.
Excellent. Well, everyone,
now.
It's my lovely mermaid rum. So cheers, everyone.
Guinness.
Good enough. Yeah. Cheers.
There we go.
Still my favourite. Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, I was introduced to rum a couple of years ago by a friend of mine I met online. Jason, he's been in the chat a few times in Popcorn and so on. Talking of popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
And, he visited once and brought that rum to it for me to try. And I just loved it straight away.
I've had some really nice banana rums recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
I think Twin Fin makes one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still got a bottle of that kicking around magically.
Yeah, I tried, was it, trying to remember the logo on it. Can't remember, but it was a banana rum. That was quite nice. I do like the spice ones, but I also like the completely proper rums as well. My favourite being Appleton Estate.
Yeah, we got we had a brewery that's made beer, and they completely stripped out, used all the old casks and rejigged it somehow, and now they make rum.
Oh, right. So they changed from a brewery to a distillery.
Yeah, but utilising all the brewery's equipment. It's really clever. And luckily we had a unit next to where they brewed it, and I got a full tour. And they were like, do you want to try some? And I was like, I'm still working. I would say yes, but I can't.
Yes. That was a shame. Yeah. Right, let me grab I can't post links, can I? Because I'm not admin. Could you do me a favour, Panda? Could you post Symptoms of Reality links or a link to them in the chat for Gigagar, who is new to us, but I wanted to post the link for him in a different chat, but I was unable to.
Gigagar.
Yeah, so Gigagar, this link, along with ProSynth Network, is our Friday night basically taken up. ProSynth Network is a fantastic synth magazine program, and then followed fairly shortly after that we have Popcorn Night from Symptoms of Reality, where we all play tracks from the chat, basically from the chatties, and it's a fantastic evening, so please feel welcome to come along.
Right, so there is Symptoms of Reality.
Another one for you to subscribe to.
If you haven't already subscribed to the ProSynth Network, Symptoms of Reality, and of course Hardware Jams, which is
Jams, yeah. I gave you those the other day. The other chat.
Yeah. So this one's more Hardware Jams adjacent, but we obviously welcome in everyone.
Yeah.
And all the jams we've had Synth Magazine before. Oh, yeah, I would say that's quite close.
Accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, I would. You feel free to jump on and tell us to fuck off. It's past 9 o'clock here. I can say what the hell I like. That's why I start. That's why I start my streams at 9, because I'm past the watershed, motherfuckers. And also, oh yeah, Process Networks. I did. Oh, no, wait, what?
Careful what you wish for, Panda.
No, my MacBook's been silly. I don't have liquid on the trackpad.
No, I meant Robbie in the chat.
Oh, right. Probably will. I can always jump into the pub and say fuck off back. It's fine.
Good.
Only okay, but you are on the World Wide Web. Yeah, I also write down it's not for kids. There's Pro Synth Network. So Synth is like, it's not like a challenge, it's just a place where you can, or especially Popcorn Night, where you can display your music and everyone's really accepting. And then obviously Pro Synth Network, you've got the lovely channel who basically will go through what's coming up or the little bits and bobs. Here we go. I'm going to get told to fuck off.
Fuck off.
Hey, Robbie, Simon.
Hello.
Simon,
Guys.
you old mate.
What? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Ah, yum yum.
Good to see you both. What you got there, Robbie?
Just a G&T at the moment.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Chilling.
I need to get me some more engine.
I've had to cut out most of the wine. It's work though, so.
Okay, fair enough. Got anything, Simon? Bit of a beverage there, no?
No, I've got a cup of tea. How sad am I?
Cup of tea.
Hey, no,
Cup of
I drink
tea?
tea all day, mate. Love a cuppa.
I have got a nice bottle of Mount Gay Spice Drum. Have you ever had any of that?
No,
Oh,
not
that's
heard of that
lovely.
one.
That's a good one.
Mount Gay?
Mount Gay, yeah.
No, not heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a very, very fine spice drum.
That's another one on my list to try.
There you go.
I'm gradually working around them because I've traditionally been a Scotch drinker and worked my way around a fair few Scotches, but now I'm on rum. I'm trying all the different rums I can find when I can afford it, obviously. Because some of them are
You're
not
just a pisshead,
cheap.
aren't you, basically, Steve?
Sorry?
You're just a pisshead, basically, aren't you?
Yeah. Completely. Pisshead.
Yes, officer.
No, I do drink in moderation. I got drunk once in my life, can you believe?
I've
Just
been there a
once.
few times as well.
Just once. Paralytic, and I will never do it again. It was the worst experience of my life. So I ain't doing that again. I've got this little alarm bell in my head that goes ding ding, no more. And I just stop. I don't care. If someone's bought me a drink, I say, you have it. Off you go.
I have spent many a night paralytic.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
I, to be fair, the only people I feel sorry for is those who have to carry me home, because I'm not a small person.
Oh dear.
So, Robbie, how is the NPC samples?
It's very good.
Online.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I was just playing. I just loaded some samples in that we're going to be giving away on the Patreon just to mess around with those. But I'm loving it. Honestly, I know it's like I would bang on and on. So like 20 odd years ago, I did freelance work for Akai.
Yeah.
And my main job was bizarrely doing NPC sample libraries. And so for that purpose, I had an MPC 1000. And then I got the 500. And as much as I tried to use them, just couldn't get, it just didn't work in my head. That I watched people play with them do amazing things. And I thought, no, I can't. It just doesn't work in my head. I sold the 1000 to a friend, and the 500 has sat on the shelf gathering dust years, and it's fully maxed out and everything. Never used it. But when I saw this, I thought, there's something about this I think I might actually get. And I was right. When I got it, it's just so instant because it has none of the bollocks. And you've got a nice little screen and it's visual and it's instant, and it's fun. That's the most important thing. It's fun. As soon as you turn it on, you're away doing stuff.
It's the XL, Robbie.
No, this is the new one, the little.
Oh, the little one, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing reports about that.
And I even bought, because I know that lately this month, because they just put a new firmware out for it, which has added a normalized function and a couple of knob parameter things. And they're supposed to be doing another update this month that will add the ability to export your projects from here into an MPC OS, whether it's running on your desktop or in an MPC Live or XL or X, whatever. So you'll be able to take your projects and then expand upon them if you want to. So that's going to be fun. But no, it's lovely.
That's obviously a must need for anyone with a Force or an MPC then.
Yeah, absolutely. And I paired this up. I paired this up with the Arturia Astrolab 37. So literally it all just fitted on my little mat here on the front of my desk. And I was just playing. I'd called up a little, sort of electric piano type thing. Just played a few chords in, and then started chopping my own samples up, and then messing around. And it was just so beautifully simple. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Oh,
way more fun than Teenage Engineering KO series type stuff. I've got the rhythm, the dub one, which is fun, it's good, it's a laugh, but I got so much more done on this than I did on one of them. So
didn't that crash out for some people putting an MPC sound project into an MPC? I think the beta version did crash it out. Yeah, I was just thinking, where is Cress Head? Because he is very much team.
he loves
ridden.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's because it works for him. He's clearly in the zone with that. I mess around with it, and what I don't like about it is the amount of samples you can put in there is limited. It's 128 megabytes. This has got 8 gig of storage, 20 minutes sample time per pad. It's just, you've got so much more sort of capacity to faff around. But if you are in that zone, things work. Go, yeah, great.
Well, some people, especially with sampling, prefer to be limited. So,
oh yeah,
that's why I love my lovely little P6s.
Yeah.
They're great little boxes, don't have a screen. Probably actually sometimes that's better for me because you get too engrossed in the screen.
That was one thing when I was using the MPC 1000 and just trying to mess around with samples and chopping them up and stuff on what is essentially a text-based display just didn't work for me. Whereas
I know that thing.
I can see the waveforms, I can see the slices, because I used to use Recycle all those years ago with the that thing you've got behind you, the S6000, which is over there.
Yeah.
And you just chop them up in Recycle. You could see it all. You could mess around, press the export button, bam, into the sampler, and away you go. So this is just brilliant.
I have to ask, since you, Robbie, and Panda are obviously very into this jamming things on those devices. Simon, how are you with those devices? Because I can't get my brain around them. I've tried a few times and it just doesn't work. My brain doesn't work in that way.
I've got an MPC up there, and I can't say I've really got into it, and I have loads of trouble with it crashing as well.
Okay.
Which you start setting up a template, spend hours doing the template, and then you lose everything. It's like making one
not good.
move.
Not good.
And it drives me mad. So, but I do like the sound, I have to say, of this new one, because all I really want to be able to do is just fire off samples, with the MPC, and because I've got all my sequencing covered. So I do quite like the sound of the, certainly for live, having something where I can just have a load of samples and loops and sync them up with whatever else I've got going on. So that's as complex as it needs to be. Has it got effects on it as well, Obviously,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
have effects. Is it?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
Yeah.
similar to the NPC structure? Because I do like that.
I couldn't say because I
Yeah.
haven't tried any of the new ones, but I mean, for example, let's see if I can. So you've got per pad effects. So so you can just like one pad will give you delay, another one will give you reverb.
All right, cool.
You've got all that kind of stuff. And then you've got the knob effects where you've got like your frequency, your resonance of your filters. You can just mess around with that. But then you've also got flex beat, which I think you've got on the up to date ones. So what you're hearing there. So this is the straight sample. So this is just the straight loop going, and then you've got these other 15 different things where just by hitting a pad you get.
I love that.
Yeah. DJ Robbie in full effect.
But I mean, they're great for performance. If you're out there just doing stuff and you just want to sort of mix it up a bit, then you just turn that on. You can have them quantized or unquantized, and it's just instant. And then you've got low pass, band pass filters, bus compressors, limiters, pumpers, transients, noise gates, amp simulators, tube drives, ensembles, multi-cores, phaser, flanger, auto pans, vintage vinyl and tape emulations. It all crammed into that little thing. So.
Well, I did have to ask if it got any effects on it, so there you go.
You ask, you get.
Yeah. Biscuit's saying, tell them about reversing it to set the loop points. Yeah, that's just a little Panda trick. So I reverse my sample first, find the end point,
Okay.
and as it clicks across, then you swap it over, and then find the start point. Do it backwards, and it's just quicker. It's not right. There's no right way of doing it.
So you've just confused a small mind. Go through that again in words of one syllable.
So if you flip your sample, so reverse it. Think 4 kicks on the floor. As it comes back, it'll go whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah,
whoop.
yeah.
So before the end point starts coming in, so it becomes your start point.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you flip it, and then you find the point there.
Oh, and then you flip it back again. Yeah, yeah.
And then you find the start point.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting.
So it was a lot quicker on the 1000 and the Octatrack. Others I've kind of just do it by ear these days, and then just if it all fucks up, just put a loud drum break over it and just call it a day.
I mean, this one, the chop mode, you've got loads of different chop modes, so you can either just do it in 4 equal, 8 equal, or 16 equal regions, or you can do it via the transient. So it'll pick it, and it's not bad at picking out the transients. Or you can do, what they call, apparently the NPC people call it the lazy chop, which is basically you hit the pad where you want to chop it, and then that's it, and then away you go. So there's plenty of options for you, whether it's, and again, and you can then zoom in, you can move your own start and end points and what have you. So it's, it's fun. And that's the thing about, I was playing around last night, I got this sample from a Scritty record and just played that in and was just trying to find the end point. And it's that little challenge. Can I get it? There it is. Oh, no, it's not. No. And then you find that actually the bit that you should be trimming is the beginning, because you've got a little bit too much at the beginning. But anyway, it's fun. And that, for me, is what it's all about.
You just mentioning Scritty then, Robbie. There was this guy I saw at an EMON the other night, and it's the new Scritty Politi. I'll try and find his name. Just bear with me a second.
Please do. I'm off to see him again in is it July or June? Can't remember. It's at the Queen Elizabeth Centre in London on the South Bank. He's doing a one-off gig for Rough Trade 50.
Oh, cool.
But no, massive. I'm huge Scritty fan. You must have heard the story. I won't bore you with it, but I met Green once, and it was both fantastic and hugely embarrassing. And it didn't involve me getting my dick out, so yeah. But massive Scritty fan. I always wondered what it would be like if Green Gartside, Tracy Thorn, and Paddy McAloon got together and did something. I think space-time would collapse on itself. Three of our greatest. Maybe throw Roddy Frame in there as well. Some of our greatest pop musicians.
Right, I'm putting his name in the chat.
Okay.
Augustine Bousfield Music. So catchy little name.
Where can we find his music, man?
So why do you say...
If you look him up on, well, I would imagine you put that into YouTube or anywhere. But he was absolutely brilliant.
Guy with a hat and a tash.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him. So why do you say he's the new...
Well, you just listen to his music. It just as soon as he started playing, I thought, oh man, that's Scritty Pility.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got that ready to play later on.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
What did you think of David Byrne, Robbie?
Oh, just brilliant. I mean...
It was on another level, wasn't it?
It was like him and Peter Gabriel. They put on a show that is... It's not over the top. It hasn't got any fancy tricks. They've got 3 projection screens and maybe one behind to fill in the gaps, and it's just a bunch of musicians in identical coloured suits with a bit of video footage. That's it on the floor as well, which is fantastic. But it's all about the music. There's nothing really to like get in the way of you and the performance. The only thing I didn't like about it, I don't know if you got this from the one you went to see, was I would say 2/3 of the audience were Talking Heads fans and not David Byrne solo fans.
Yeah.
And so as soon as he did a Talking Heads song, they'd be up and they'd be all over the place. And when he starts doing his lesser known solo stuff, well, I say lesser known, in comparison to Talking Heads, they'd all start fucking off at the bar and go to the toilets and this. And I'm like,
Oh no, they're pretty captive at the Apollo. Everyone was well into it.
What, Hammersmith?
No, Manchester.
Oh, Manchester, right? Yeah, no, because I was at Hammersmith Apollo, and it was just maybe it was just that zone I was in. It just happened to have a bunch of cunts in there, but no, it was magnificent, and it's one of those artists that me and my wife both really, really love, and we've sat and watched American Utopia, that concert so many times, along with Stop Making Sense and all that stuff, and just absolutely love it. Highly recommended.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went to see on Saturday was Flor Laurentienne. I don't know if you remember, we did an episode and we interviewed the main guy, who was this French Canadian guy called Mathieu David Gagnon. It was last year. Was it last year or maybe the year before? I don't know. And he blends a 4-piece string quartet with a mini Moog, a Wurlitzer electric piano, and some weird electric accordion that doesn't require this. It just sits on this thing, so I don't quite know how it works. He did explain it, I can't remember. And it's fucking amazing. And it was in the Elgar room at the Royal Albert Hall, so it's just a small 200-300 capacity room. Mind-blowing stuff. Really cool.
Yeah. Wow. I got to say, the more intimate sets are always better.
Yeah.
Always.
Absolutely.
What was it? Orbital Printworks, probably about 500, 600 people. Brilliant. Bristol O2, 2,500 people, I think that holds. Maybe a little less. It was just full of chavs.
Yeah. This is why I like the Apollo in London so much, is it's a 5,000 capacity, but it has the feeling of somewhere smaller. I don't know what it is about it. It's a big building. It's a big venue, but the sound is incredibly good, and you feel like you're in a more intimate venue than you actually are. and so you get the kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I saw Deep Purple there.
Mm.
Fantastic. Last John Lord performance.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I always try and if somebody I like is playing there, I will always try and get to see, even if they're playing locally, I'll always try and get to see that one. It's such a good venue. I'm actually staying in Hammersmith in October for some conference or something, and there's nothing on while I'm there.
It's
my
not
hotel
even-
is literally across the road from the. So,
It's not even ex-electrical anymore.
no,
Closed. Sad. That was a great little second-hand shop in Hammersmith opposite Taco Bell. And when I worked in Hammersmith, I would spend every day in there. It was so nice. They'd let me play with anything I wanted, even the shit I couldn't afford. I think they definitely had a Prophet 5 in there at one point, which I played for a lot too long, to be fair. Got loads of cool little bits from them. Yeah, sad to see them go. It's kind of going the way with quite a lot of music shops.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So, question for everyone: what do we think of Angine de Pointway? I can't remember how you pronounce it. Angine de Pointrain? I think it's something like that.
I've not listened to any-
Robbie's shaking his head.
I've not.
I'm
honestly,
going to confess, I haven't heard it.
No,
Oh, okay.
I keep seeing them popping up. Like Rick Beato did this thing. Why do people keep sending me these? And I keep seeing stuff around, and I'm thinking that kind of puts me off wanting to check them out. I'd rather organically find them than have them foisted upon me by, a viral thing.
I would say ignore the look because the look is very
Yeah, the look is-
unique. But
say.
the music is very interesting. Microtonal fretboards. Very
Oh,
fretboard.
there you go.
It's-
You
it's-
put me right off again.
Oh no, it's not microtonal in the way you might think. This is what I thought to begin with, and then I gave it a chance, and I thought, actually, that ain't bad. So I'd just try it. Just give it at least one. Find a video and just give one of them a try. And if you hate it or love it, whatever, but give it a try. You might be surprised.
They pop up everywhere. I'm just like, I don't know. This is just one of those viral things. But
And I've just
I
been an
think-
ostrich.
I think they're more than that. I think they're more than that. Very interesting.
it's like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. somebody, you got to listen to King Gizzard. I can't even. I don't know if I've got it the right way around, but
You
know
did.
what I
You
mean.
did.
And I was like, it's just like the Buzz band. I thought, maybe I won't. And I went into my local record store, and the owner knows me very well, and he said, "You got to listen to this." And he put it on. I'm like, oh, actually, yeah. I kind of quite like that. So, and the fact they put an album out like every Thursday, is quite admirable. So,
Yeah, you're right. That is a look.
isn't it?
It is. It's very, very unique. But ignore that and just listen to the music.
I read something about how they got to that point. They were booked to play a gig somewhere, and they'd been double booked for both slots, and so they decided to wear some costumes and change their name for the second slot. It was the same band, and apparently that's how they came up with the concept or something.
Interesting. It's interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
Gotta
I
be
mean,
good.
I got introduced to a Taylor Swift track yesterday, and I absolutely love it. It's like, what? What is it? Wow. It's called, what's it called? It's called the Fate of Ophelia. That's it.
Yes, is that the
So catchy. It's ridiculous.
is that the one, the video that's got everybody in it that was on the Graham Norton show with her that time?
Oh, it might have been. But I've got to say, the video, the choreography is so on point. It's just very technical and wonderful to watch. Very good.
She appeared on the Graham Norton show once, and Donald Gleason was on there, and so I think Graham asked him a question about dancing, and he said, "Oh yeah, well the only reason I do that is because I want to be in the next Taylor Swift video," and it all got it was a laugh, blah, blah, blah. And like a year or so later, she puts this video out for this. I think it's that same song.
Yeah.
And not only is he in it and playing a character in in the video, but everybody else who was on that show, including who's the Scottish guy, the Scottish singer, chubby bloke with Tourette's. What's his name?
Lewis Capaldi.
That's the one. Yeah, he's in it. yeah, and everybody, and the only person that's in it or not in it that was on the show, but it makes an appearance as a picture on the wall is Benedict Cumberbatch. But they're all in the thing, in this, and I had to sit there and think, yeah, I don't go along with, I'm not a massive fan. The songs are great, they're very good pop songs, but actually that's fucking clever.
Yeah. Good marketing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm just agreeing with Tony here for the moment.
I think it's time to spin the wheel. I think.
Yeah, we'll.
No one wants to hear about Taylor Swift.
Sorry, it's a bit of a discovery for me. It's like, wow.
No, that's not a question on you. It's more.
Watch out, mate. You're Panda. You're clipping, mate.
Oh, my beard scratching the thing.
No, when you speak, the peaks.
Ooh. Too loud, too quiet. Too loud, too quiet. KGB.
For yous.
Αλητία απ' την Πάτρα με Γιαμάχα. Αγγλία, Γερμανία, Ελλάδα. Λούπα που έμπνε το underground είναι για πάντα. Κάνεις την πάντα, έρχεται οδός τροτήρας. Β' θήτα, πήγα στη θάλασσα μια γύρα. Σήμερα challenge για τα gear. Κάνω σινιάλο, δες με κοίτα, θα μας πεθάνουνε στην πείνα. Κανείς δεν νοιάζεται για τη γη μας και βασιλεύει η αδικία. Η ανθρωπότητα είναι αστεία και τα νέλοντα δυσίωνα.
Lovely jam in there from KGB. You did say so.
That's the best one of his I've ever heard, actually.
Do you like an SU-10?
Didn't you bring a couple? You brought a couple on Brastronica, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got two.
I thought you did. Yeah.
Well, I had one and I sold it, and then Steve, the bastard from Australia, I was chatting to him one night. He says, I've got two of those. I'll send them over to you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure you won't. 2 weeks later, there's a little knock at the door, there's a little box, 2 SU-10s. And I just remembered how rubbish they were, but they're in a good way, you know.
Yeah.
I want to know how is he flying? He wasn't live. Those vocals weren't live. He was flying them in from somewhere, but they weren't from the SU-10 because it doesn't have that much sample time.
No. Leo of KGP Studios generally will mix rap over the top of his.
Gotcha.
And he's Greek, so it's always interesting to hear Greek rapping, especially. Any foreign rapping.
Yeah, really. Anything foreign is interesting.
Yeah,
how they managed to fit the words in the...
Well, I've always wondered that with even with... Because my dad used to play like loads of Italian music in the car. And I would always think, like, how do they rhyme words if their words are different to the way... how would you rhyme love with dove in Italian?
Yeah.
Because they sound completely different. I think. But it's just language, isn't it? You just use the language that you have, and you rhyme different things, or
or you just don't rhyme.
or you don't. Yeah,
Quite a lot of opera just doesn't rhyme, and it's quite Italian.
yeah.
This is true.
Oh shit! I've got opera in a couple of weeks' time. Bollocks!
What's wrong with opera?
It's not opera itself; it's who's doing it.
Oh, okay, that's better.
The opera crowd.
I've seen a few operas at the English National Opera in London, and they are amazing, absolutely amazing. It has to be said though, they do sing in English, so it did make a difference.
It depends on the opera. I did La Boheme last year, and I asked them, could I have it in script, not score, because I can't read score that fast. I can barely read it at all, to be fair. And they gave me score, so I just went, yep. All my lighting cues are visual cues. When he does this, I'm going to push the go button.
I was brought up with my dad playing Caruso, and Mario Lanza was another one. And he loved it. He loved a good opera, did my old man.
Yeah, no, sadly, my family, no.
No.
But your father is Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the law.
Yeah.
It was either Caruso or this guy. I don't know if you've heard of Adriano Celentano.
Heard of, yeah.
Go and there's a song that he's done that you will know because it's been a meme everywhere. Present Entered in Chuzo by Adriano Celentano, and you will love it. It's got such a groove, but it's how he wrote this song to prove that you don't have to sing in any language. Just make sure your words sound like words. So it's nonsense, but it's fucking good. It's really good. So it's those, or Elvis. That was the other one he loved, was Elvis. And Neil Sedaka.
Oh, Neil Sedaka is brilliant. You feel privileged, Robbie. I had Nelson Eddy and Janet MacDonald, so no one's ever heard of them. Oh, who's going? Who? You don't want to know.
What was my house? My house was Bon Jovi, Queen, and a lot of house music.
Oh,
a lot. And it suddenly dawned on me why my music taste has gone in a certain direction.
Well, I'll give him that. I've got to say my father's taste was very eclectic. And he didn't just like Nelson Eddy and Janet MacDonald. He did like a lot of other stuff, 50s and 60s. But he also liked things like Vangelis and Mike Oldfield, and that introduced them to me. Supertramp as well, and so on and so on. So I got a very eclectic taste from, probably inherited from my father. I just edited out the stuff I didn't like, basically. I think it's a good thing.
I find when making music, you stop liking particular genres and you just like songs you like. You can go through any genre.
Yeah.
Like, I've been making drum and bass the last couple of weeks. Fuck it, why not? It's fun to learn. I wouldn't ever say I'm ever going to a proper drum and bass rave, shy of going to go see Goldie because he was there. But yeah, no, it was like there would be some Taylor Swift songs that I like. I'm just putting my foot down and refusing to put it on. mainly because I don't want to.
I think we all went through a phase, though, like I did, especially in my early teens, where you latch onto a band or a genre, and you think that's it. That's all I'm going to listen to because that's the music. That's what I love at the moment. That's the only thing that's important in my world. And sooner or later, you get to realise actually, the only person I've done a disservice to is myself by shunning all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So
I never really did that.
It's great to have guilty pleasures. I've got loads of guilty pleasures, stuff that you'd never admit to liking. But there's Bucks Fizz did Land of Make Believe.
Yeah,
Great
fantastic track.
great song.
That
Amazing
is
pop
such an
song.
awesome tune.
Yeah.
But shit about it myself now. I'm a Bucks Fizz fan.
Me too. Me too.
Wham!
Oh wow!
Everything She Wants. Well,
Best song
absolutely incredible tune. But when you're a kid and you're into Wham, you get beaten up.
Let's try this one. Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. It's a really neat little track. It's a silly little thing, but it's just a great track.
We used to
I'm trying to
play it in
remember
a
who did it.
covers band. We used to play it in a covers band, and we used to change it to Penis Colada because we thought that was funny at the time.
Still is.
Yeah, that was a great song.
If you like penis colada,
Yeah.
you suck a dick in the rain.
Yeah, it was as the night wore
Rupert
on, the lyrics
Holmes.
would change.
Yes, well done, Unity.
That's it, yeah.
Rupert Holmes. I really like the very, very, very corny video. If you look at up on YouTube, he does this performance of it in this studio with all these sort of platforms and wanders about between the instrumental bits. He kind of wanders about in his sort of 70s garb. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
But the best thing about that song, as well, I mean, melodically, it's fantastic, but it tells a story.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I like it.
End.
Yeah.
And it's like any Squeeze song. If you listen to Squeeze, they
Yeah.
tell a story in like 4 minutes, and it's always a really good, clever little story. And that's a real skill. That is.
I always remember watching the video to Ticket to the Bridge and seeing them not quite to get the sync there because they just can't sing Ticket to the Bridge.
To the bridge, throw it overboard.
Yeah.
You can swim back up to the shore. No one's in the house. Everyone is out. All the lights are on and the blinds are down.
I think you'd do a better job, quite honestly.
Still all over it. We used to play loads of Squeeze in this band I was in, sort of like the late 80s, because the lead singer was a massive Squeeze fan, so I had no complaints whatsoever. But yeah, awesome band.
Yeah, good.
Right, so bringing it back to Hardware Jams then, we did polyrhythms, polymeters, so we called it Polly What's It. And the little caveat of that, my little twist on it, was we had to make it cheesy. So Robbie,
Cheesy What's
yeah, cheesy What's It.
Oh, very good, yes.
So,
That's correct, Johnson. I had to go to bed really early last night because I had to be up at 5 again this morning. But I missed. So I missed. I don't know about half of it, but the ones I heard were absolutely awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed seeing Loics and Lux in the same stream because after last week's chat, well, we just kind of was just taking the piss out of Luke for basically changing one letter of someone else's title without realising. Yeah, it was nice to see both of them and how different they are as well. Loics being a bit more melodic techno, electron based, and then Lux is also going down the techno, but going down the dubby route of not a lot of electron, like quite cheaper gear. But actually, no, you've got the Fuzz Billion. Fuzz. Was it the Fuzz Billion? I can't remember the name of it. Really, really good little fuzz pedal. Soon to be touted Fuzz Pedal of the Year or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, no, we had tons of great jams. Tons. And
I thought Brian's was brilliant last night.
yes, Brian's was Jesus. But do you know what? I'm actually hovering over him to remind myself of that one.
That's
Brian's.
really good.
I have to catch up. I was elsewise engaged. I couldn't join in yesterday. So.
Oh, okay. So for the sake of argument, only 50% was in Hardware Jams. I'll keep it short then, just because Robbie was jamming and Steve was elsewhere. But yeah, no, one to watch out for was definitely Maria TD3 as well. She seemed to have, I don't know, something's clicked in her, and her mixing and mastering has just gone right through the roof. So she's going to go well. I think she's going over to, is it Netherlands, to go produce some stuff. So might see her come out with some cool stuff. And I believe we had a couple of new people. MZN we knew from last week, and then I've never heard of Damien Michel, which I believe is No Muchas Gracias' friend. Did a stunning jam. So yeah, excellent stuff. Had a favourite from what you saw, Simon? Sorry.
Laughing at Oblivion. Thought his was awesome.
Yes, that was a genius one. Oh, fuck's sake. Now I've just remembered I've got to update the wheel with these fuckers now. Shit. The wheel is 5,700 jams from pretty much when Hardware Jams sort of started. Well, at least when we started doing forms properly, to now. And if you average it at 4 minutes, times that by 5,700 jams, that's, I think I worked out 30 days of songs.
Continuous.
Continuous songs. Yeah, cool. I'll save that one for later. Yeah. Shall we? Speaking of the wheel, shall we spin it?
Why not?
Go on,
Yeah,
go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Spin it. Who's it going to be?
Oh, Hustipole. He's always good.
The other Sam Geeney. Brilliant stuff. I do not understand a fucking word he says. He's heavily Irish. I've met him twice, I think. Both
He's
times.
got a really thick accent.
Yeah, no, I do have to ask him to repeat himself quite a few times.
North or south?
South east,
Okay.
I think. I can't remember specifically, but yeah, no, he came over for the Inky funeral, and the only words I got out of him was sorry for your condolences. So, anyway, shut up, you lot. Me, I'll shut up. Wonderful jam in there from the wonderful Hostapal. I
Love
loved it
that.
when it went into double time.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely
great.
love that.
Tone Smith was asking me how I do all the drum breaks, and to do soft drum breaks at that speed and still make it sound like it's live drums, it's bloody hard. And Hostapal's got a knack for that. Yeah,
Very good.
I can't believe Biscuit's timed out Seagull.
Oh, literally timed him out.
Yeah, he's timed him out.
Oops.
I don't think that was an oops.
Oh, it was intentional. Oh dear. Okay. Poor
There's a
seagull.
wonderful story where Biscuit had a seagull stolen from his hand.
Pardon?
Burger. He had a burger.
Yeah, the burger stole the seagull.
Oh, the seagull.
Which way round was it? Biscuit had a burger stolen by a seagull. And we've just ran with it for pretty much a year now. And some clever fucker, it was the 404 challenge. So, in honour of the SP404 being 404 day, but also make a jam that's missing something. So, Seagull came out and made a jam. Well, didn't make a jam, just made a video with nothing on it with 404 Nova jam found. And it fucking won. It won alongside Grace Griffin's awesome jam, but it still fucking won. I
Excellent.
still find that funny. And yes, it is going in the wheel. Just when I get round to it. It was Cress. We all know it was Cress Biscuit. He keeps on coming up and shouting Seagull. It's obvious it's Cress. He's got his phone and his bloody laptop out and he's going, Seagull, Cress, Seagull, Cress.
There he is, Chris.
There he is. So, this is the bit where I kind of look at you guys. Any questions? Anything burning from the last week that you want to make known over online?
Yeah,
No. Go on.
I'll put a new album out. But I
Yes.
think everybody in the chat's already seen that. So, yes, so there's a new album out. And I've sold that many copies, I'm going to be able to retire for about 10 minutes.
That's
Damn
good
fine
point.
it is too. If you haven't heard it yet, chat, go and have a look. Bandcamp, Fat Dad.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Any song you're particularly proud of?
Oh, God. Yes, actually. The Rules.
Yeah. I thought you'd say that. Great track.
The chances are you'll have heard them all before anyway, because they're only stuff that have been stashing away, ready to get an album together. But yeah, the Rules I'm very pleased with. The rest of them are okay.
They're okay. Listen to him. Humble as
That's
ever.
right. I made £2 off of a single track sale.
Ooh,
Considering it was pay what you like.
good thing you're sitting
Happy.
down.
I know, right?
Don't spend it all at once.
It's about as much money I've made in music in about a year. There you go, Simon. That's another £5.
Oh, you splendid person. Thank you.
Now,
all right.
interesting point. If you were to play a track from that album from Bandcamp, that would be okay because Simon there is going to authorise that, isn't he? Well, he might do. I don't want to preempt you, Simon, but is there any copyright issues with doing that?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
There shouldn't be, should there?
Track one.
But don't
Literally.
don't play it and don't play it now. It's all about jammers.
You are a jammer?
Well, true, yeah.
No, I didn't mean to do I'm just interested in the mechanics because I think copyright sucks big time. It needs so much updating and upgrading from what it is. It's just antiquated nonsense at the moment. And I'm just interested in the mechanics.
It is interesting. I really don't know. I'd have to have a look at the terms and conditions and stuff. But
Because I mean,
I don't know if you
There we are.
release something on Bandcamp, does that mean that it automatically gets you get your money taken off you if you actually put it on your live stream or something. I don't know.
No idea.
It depends, because if it goes into like the pool where it goes to Apple Music, Beatport, Spotify, etc., it also goes onto YouTube's algorithm upon which it's looking for those songs. But if you're uploading it straight to Bandcamp, it's not part of that.
I think if you've
algorithmic
got
search,
you have to have an IRC something code, don't you? You've got an IRC code from PRS, which I haven't for these current ones yet. I'm just waiting for them to come through. But I think if you've got that, then yes, it causes an issue. But I really don't know. I don't really care. Just want people to listen to the music at the end of the day.
I've had, even though that my YouTube account is linked and everything like that, I've had my own tracks be flagged for copyright.
Yeah.
And then I send it off saying this is my track, and then I get an email saying, "Is this your track?" So fucking dumb.
Well, Venus Theory did a famous thing a little while ago where he did the same thing. He kind of did his own track, and it got copyright struck. So there's a long video about it, and he waxes lyrical about the lack of copyright and so on. So it was very interesting.
Is it an urban myth that the Chemical Brothers copyrighted a filter sweep?
Well, there was
so if you played a filter sweep on it.
There was that whole filter sweep thing where somebody was demonstrating a filter on a synthesizer and got a copyright claim from some artist or publishing company, because it won't be the artist sitting there going, "That's mine." It was a publishing company that had laid a claim. And it was just literally, he got a synthesizer and was just doing a filter sweep to demonstrate the filter. So there was a bit of a mini uproar about it. And then there was, what was it called? Filter Sweep Friday or something like that, where everybody would just upload a filter sweep from a synth.
Well, it's just ludicrous.
Oh, yeah,
all of February.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Wagons on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd throw mine in there. I didn't get a copyright claim on mine, but...
It's ludicrous.
We just got a copyright claim on the Synth Southwest live gig.
What?
But because I'm thinking there's nothing on here that should generate a copyright claim, because at least half of the music on there, well, 3/4 of the music was improvised, mostly. Ty did an improvisation. Gaz and Steve was improvised. Mike and Paul was improvised. The only one that wasn't improvised but his own stuff was Peter. But without wanting to spoil it for anyone that wasn't there, Peter's piece contains little snippets of audio of engineers and pilots talking about the Olympus engine, jet engines, and the Vulcans and the Concords and all this kind of stuff. Fucking Associated Press put a claim on that stuff.
Unbelievable.
So we can't earn any money off of the entire concert video. So
crazy.
Is that out now?
No, it's on, Robbie.
It's on Friday, 7 p.m. In lieu of a live show, we're broadcasting the entire concert, so it's 2 hours and 45 minutes of some rather excellent performances.
Which is good, because I missed it.
I'll miss the premiere, unfortunately, because I'm out myself on Friday, but I'll definitely be interested. Well, looking forward to seeing that.
It'll be up there in its entirety, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the 4 performances and make just individual videos, so at least we can maybe monetize a few of them and get a few pennies from them. And Gaz and Steve wanted their footage so they can do what they want with it, so we'll provide that. But yeah, I just thought, fucking ironic, isn't it? Fucking Associated Press. Just some old spoken word from an old guy in the 50s. Yeah, never mind. It's worth watching. It's a good watch.
See, that's interesting, that, because it was editorial, so you know.
I know. I did think, shall I dispute it? Oh.
Like I said, copyright is nonsense nowadays.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What I really detest is the fact that educators can't use samples of things for educational purposes. And you know, they can play these. They call it fair use. They're tiny little snippets, 2 or 3 seconds long, and it's not enough to put a point across when you're doing education. It's ridiculous. You need a nice, fairly good sized chunk to say, listen to this, and you'll get the idea. and it just restricts it completely. And I really detest that. I'm big for education, and I think it should be completely changed.
There is a couple of stipulations where you can use snippets of audio for education, and satire is the other one.
Yeah, but it's just too small. It's a couple of seconds. It's that's the limit you got.
I think it's 8 seconds without that satire. And then afterwards, if you can prove it's satire or it's educational, then you are allowed to use it. Yeah. So I would argue, Robbie, that what you do is you're just telling people how to use this equipment with old samples, and then, it's 7 seconds, Chris.
7, yeah.
I get, because when we do, for my day job, we do live streams, and we also do training videos and training modules and stuff, and we use stock library music that we've paid, Shutterstock, so we pay, whatever it is, so we can use all of these things. And I would say at least 2 or 3 times a month, someone claims, it's always the same, it's the publishing company claims the copyright on our training videos or whatever, because we've used the stock music. So I've got everything like I just copy and paste and dispute it, and it gets lifted. But not that we make any money off of our stuff, but it's just Jesus, I've got the fucking license.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this like, let's say 2 or 3 times a month. But it's silly.
Yeah, because there's for example, DJing online on YouTube is so difficult. Although I'm never going to make any money off of it, it's just a bit of fun. It would be nice to say this person has explicit permission from this recording studio to do it, and just a tick box instead of having to go through the rigmarole of you have to go to the publishing company, get the whole thing back, then it has to go to YouTube, and it goes through a huge rigmarole. Trust me, because I've been finding out for the Creative Collective, which I have mentioned in the chat. And ultimately, the only way around it is you just do hour sets. That's it. You might get a copyright claim from, I think the one that hates me is Apollo 440. For some reason, I always get a fucking copyright claim from Apollo 440. Even if it's like remixed and you can just about hear the vocal. Still got one. It's mad. And there's no just like fair use of equipment. Songs. It's like, I'm not making any money off of this, so if this is fair use. I suppose it has the potential to. Or YouTube is making money off of it. So, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. But yeah, no, Steve, I think you were right earlier in saying it does need a good shake-up.
Yeah, and he's revamping from the ground up, basically. Interesting what Tony just said in the chat there about the laws in the US rather than the UK.
Yeah. So ultimately, it's never really the artist that gives a shit.
No.
It's always the publisher.
Mostly.
Yeah. Or who owns the rights, at least.
Yeah.
If it's,
The ironic thing about our gig was that the filming started just before Peter came on stage, and Dom was just playing. He said he just went to Spotify and got 80s synth pop playlist or something, so he was just playing it. And it was the piano break in the middle of Vienna that was coming over the speakers as Peter walks onto the stage. And I sat there for a few minutes thinking, it's noticeable, so I guess I should just clip that out and just fade in the audio so we don't have, because I don't want to get a copyright claim because of fucking Ultravox. And the irony was that we actually got a copyright claim because of Pete's performance itself rather than something else, but never mind.
Still not over that. Such a small world. You're talking about my old boss. Fucking hell.
Yes, he was buzzing after that, and he really can't wait till we go back next year. He's got all these ideas, and so.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to have a chat with him and see if I can get involved.
Nice.
Because I think he needs 2 people for something like that.
Well, the way we're thinking that we're actually going to use, we've been told that we'll be able to use the theatre the whole day as well as the evening.
Hell yeah.
So what we were thinking was Strand Centre for the smaller, more community-focused kind of stalls and stands, kind of like what we had. But then if we can get some of the bigger names and put them in the foyer of the theatre, and then use the theatre during the day for demonstrations and seminars kind of thing, so you can pop along for a talk by so and so about something, or a demonstration from a manufacturer of their new instrument or whatever. And then instead of having live music during the day in the Strand Centre, where as brilliant as all the acts were, it was a little bit overpowering, because it's it's a great place, but it was just, especially with, I mean, Bang Bang Clang were absolutely superb, but they cranked it, and it was good, but it kind of, so what we've said is, because they're putting all the turf back now on the lawn, and they've tidied up the bandstand. We'll put the bands, the daytime bands, on in the bandstand, and hopefully, if we get good weather, you'll be able to go and listen to a whole bunch. It'll be like an EMOM in the middle of the lawn.
Oh, sign me up. That sounds awesome.
So, I just don't want to get. It's exciting because it went so well that we want to do it again, and we want to do it better. But it's also daunting because we're getting all these ideas, and we're like, shit, are we getting a little ahead of ourselves here?
Feature creep.
Yeah. Well, we just want to spread it out and make it, a bit better, and try not to clash. The London Synth and Pedal Expo clashed with us, not the other way round. We had the date first, but they got the arse because they're a bigger organisation, and therefore some reasonably well-known brands who had agreed to come to us then said, "Oh, sorry, we kind of got to go to the London one, because obviously it's London and it's bigger, and it's." So we lost Korg to that, we lost Stylophone to that, we lost PWM to that. So hopefully this time we'll get the dates in quicker, get those people over, and then can you imagine Korg coming, putting a nice big stand up in the foyer, and then doing a demonstration of whatever they've got. I mean, that'd be get Luke Chambers on stage. That'd be cool.
You get more buses to London than you can Dawlish.
Yeah, but Dawlish, you get a train right to the flipping doorstep of the place.
I know,
from
it's so
London.
nice.
It's such yeah.
Have you two ever done the southwest coastline between Exeter and Plymouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nope.
It's pretty much as soon as you've left the sphere of Exeter, you're on the River Exe, and then you go past Dawlish Warren, and then you go past the sea for about 6 miles. Go through Dawlish and then Teignmouth, and then it juts back into. But I always make sure I get a sea. Yeah, it's right
Window
there.
seat. Yeah.
I have been on that line many a time during a storm. Many a time. It's fucking scary, especially when those new electric trains came through.
Yeah. I did something similar in Norway. I flew into Gothenburg, and I did some work in Gothenburg for a few days, and then my next appointment was in Oslo. And I thought, I don't want to fly. I got the train from Gothenburg to Oslo, and at 2 or 3 points it was very much like that. You're on the edge of a fjord, and it's just spectacular, especially because the trains tilt as well. And if you're going, we went in this corner, and I'm looking out the window, and the level of the water is kind of up here. I'm like, shit, man. Really cool.
Yeah, so that's definitely one to go to. I did the daytime for Synth Southwest. It was really well organised. I'm not going to inflate your head too much, am I, Robbie?
It wasn't. If you just said. We were like the black swans, right? It was very serene on top, and underneath it was like this. It was.
I know that world all too well. Don't worry.
Yeah.
From that perspective,
We were
even so.
we were very.
That's how events go. The people doing them are always working really hard, and people aren't supposed to notice. So it's just how it's supposed to be.
We were very lucky, and Pete did an amazing job of corralling everything. And we'd had a few people that had said they'd come, then they wouldn't come, and we thought, oh God, we're just going to end up with half a hall full of stuff. And in the end, it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little, it was just right. There was a good blend of enthusiasts. You had like Ian with his stall, which was selling music and stuff. You had Ollie with his books. You had the guys across from him with all the CS80, and then there was the guy with all the repaired stuff, and then there was the Kent Spong table, and then you had Pete Catley with all his drums and drum machines, and Eddie with all of his his Tower of Roland power. The brilliant Chris Poacher, the marvellous Robin Vincent. I mean that side of the hall for me was just like to see. I mean, obviously I've known Chris for years, I've known Robin for years, and Eddie and Pete, but to see all that kind of stuff there, and it's just like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and the old dears trying to get their bric-a-brac over the really expensive sins.
There was one woman, I don't know if you saw her, she walked in, she looked like she was, kind of on something, but maybe she wasn't. Maybe this was just her natural demeanour, but she had this had really long, fantastic, silvery grey hair, and she had this little kind of waistcoat thing on, and she just walked that U-shaped around the venue with a face like... and she with her hands out like this, and she was just walking like this. And it was just like she was just drinking it all in, and I thought either you love this and this is fantastic, or you have no fucking clue where you are. But either
Chrissy said that was me.
It was
Definitely the
it
latter.
was so funny. It was so funny.
Too much scrumpy.
But some bloke came in because we had the merch stand by the front, the door. And my missus said, this bloke came in and he stood there for about 30 seconds, like a very stern face, says, "This is all rather too loud," and stomped his foot and turned away and went, like, yeah, but you didn't even pay for a fucking ticket. So.
There you go.
It was a good day. So it was a good first event. So we'll see if
I seem to be making a habit of going to the first ones of things, because the Mad
As long as
Bastards
they-
at Clownfest, I was at their thing as well.
yeah. As long
Are you
as it's
doing
the
that this
second
year, Sam?
No, I have no holiday left. Stupid wedding. Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
it's really good. And the clown lot are a bit, I always say Hardware Jams is musicians wanting to get together, and Clownfest are they're free party enthusiasts. I swear they're brilliant though. So
I'm playing this year. So
Oh,
I'm
are
looking
you?
forward to- Yeah.
treat the subs well, because by day 2 they'd rinse them. I think out of the 8 subwoofers they had, 3 were still working.
Oh, shit. 8
Yeah.
subwoofers.
Yeah, so you'd have 4 18s at the bottom, and then you'd have 4 12s kind of capture the mids, and then you'd have just 2 boxes on top just to do all the high end. And they only got 1 complaint, which is impressive because it was fucking loud.
Wow.
Yeah, don't get the train. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, no, I won't get the train.
I took my tent, I took my fucking laptop and all my stuff with me. Obviously, cooking materials because it's bloody in the middle of nowhere.
On a
So I had to
train?
take everything. Yeah. And then I had to get a bus, and then I had to walk up a country lane and go, where the fuck am I in arsehole middle of Wales? And it was one of the hottest days of the year as well. And the famous story goes on day 2. I was just going to buy a beer from the little stand that Mark's partner was manning, and a wasp climbed up my nose and stung me.
Jesus.
So I got called out. So has anyone got a bloody bite pen or something that they don't mind me sticking up my nose?
Oh, God.
And luckily they're all a little bit avant-garde. So lovely guy called Gorgeous Roy. You'll meet him. He's
Gorgeous
lovely.
Roy.
Yeah, he had this salve that he made, and basically I just stuck up my nose, and it just gone the pain. But yeah, so the thing that came off the back of that is don't sniff wasps, kids.
No. God. Oh.
Right, so Crass keeps on bugging me for a wheel, and I've made a Simon wheel.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
This is all 9 tracks from his new latest album thing. I'll play it on Bandcamp. We can chat over this, I reckon. So let's spin the wheel and see which one it is we're going to play. I personally think I want it number 6 because you're proud of it, but take your time. Ooh, take your time. Which one's that one? Number 2. All right, let's play it. Already a strong start.
Why we gotta be in such a rush? Take our time, we can make it work. Slow it down before someone gets hurt. Too mad. Why we gotta be in such a rush? Take our time, we can make it work. Slow it down before someone gets hurt. Too mad. Why we gotta be in such a rush? Slow it down before someone gets hurt. Why we gotta be in such a rush? Take our time, we can make it work. Slow it down before someone gets hurt. Too mad. Why we gotta be in such a rush? Slow it down before someone gets hurt. Why we gotta be in such a rush? Slow it down before someone gets hurt.
Yeah, I think lush is a good word, definitely. definitely.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
So tell me about the vocals. Are you getting somebody to do those, or are you using samples, or what?
It's all off. Well, actually, one of the vocals is one of the singers that we use in my band.
Mm-hmm.
I just nicked a bit of her, but the rest of it's off Splice.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I normally do the tracks first, and then think, oh, it'd be quite nice to have a bit of vocals on here. So, and I haven't really got many vocalists on speed dial, so
That's always the thing. That's what kind of was wondering, because I'm thinking I've tried to get vocalists for stuff, and I ended up getting somebody from America who turned out to be a Mormon wife, but she was brilliant, and she didn't mind singing some of the slightly questionable lyrics that me and my friend came up with. She was all for all that, but it's hard. So that's why I was kind of interested as to, have you got someone that comes in and does them, or are you using things like samples?
Well, to be honest, most of the tracks on that album are as a result of hardware jams. So you've only got 3 days to make it anyway.
Yeah.
So to try and organise a vocalist in that time is pretty. Unless you're going to do them yourself, it's pretty difficult. So
I
so
think
hence
it
the
wasn't
reason
you
why.
that singing. Yeah.
No, it wasn't me on that one. Oddly,
Well, that's track 1, isn't it? Cress was saying track 1 is Simon singing. I have left up a lovely QR code. If you look over Steve's left shoulder on our right, other side.
It's very difficult because it's opposite in there. There you go.
There's the QR code that links you to Simon's Bandcamp. You can buy it there, and that can stay there for a little while.
oh mate, thank you very much for that. Much appreciated.
I wanted to say the thing I love about Simon's tracks is they always fill the complete stereo image. There's never any space there. It's all nicely put right across, so you get this lovely treat of it all interacting together, and it's just magic, absolute magic. And then the bass comes in, and you're like in heaven, fantastic. You always go. It's one thing with the Simon's tracks. You always get, oh, where's the bass? Where's the bass? Oh, there's the bass. There's the bass. It's always a treat. I love it.
What was the bass on that?
That was off. That was one of the Juno models on the Phantom.
Oh yeah.
So I used Juno quite a lot for the bass, and my Model D.
Mm-hmm.
Use that quite a bit as well.
So you've got quite a few there. Oh yeah, the Beringer Model D. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah. I can't afford a real one. But I tell you what, I am absolutely loving at the moment is this baby, the Access Virus.
Oh, when did you get that?
When did I get that? Just before Christmas. But I haven't had much chance to play around with it. But this last couple of weeks, I've been really digging into it, and it's an absolute nightmare to get it set up with your computer. That's the only problem, because they don't make the drivers anymore for the Silicon Macs, but there is a plugin that you can use which replaces the original Access one. So it's a bit crap actually when you if you're trying to link it into your system. But once you get through that hurdle, making sounds on it and the sounds that come out of it are just insane.
Yeah, I've had a lot of viruses, a lot of early 2000s tracks.
Oh yeah,
brilliant stuff.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I always thought, it's just going to be a trance machine, but you can get some really, really, really fat analog-esque and wavetable type sounds out of it. It's just beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, that's something I was playing with today. Was wavetables, and one of the things I've noticed is if you put in a dirty techno kick into a wavetable, and if you reverse it, it makes it more. It works better because obviously the tail out is just a sine wave, and as it comes up it comes through to a distorted through its y-axis, and it gets grittier and grittier, and that's how I made most of the basses from the intro song. Is just literally just modulating through the first quarter of a dirty techno kick, which is basically just a square wave at this point, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's probably been clipped to living fuck.
I tell you what is amazing as well. It's another thing I've been mucking around with quite a bit lately. I've had Bitwig for ages, but I've never really thrown myself into it because I was just like, end up using Logic because I know my way around that. But the sampler in Bitwig is just incredible, absolutely incredible, and you can convert anything to a wavetable directly in the sampler. You just load it in, and straight away it becomes a wavetable, and it's insane, very, very powerful.
Yeah, not one I've really played with is Bitwig because Ableton. So,
Of course, yeah. Well, I was going to get Ableton, but Bitwig was half the price, and I really bought it just so I could do some, live stuff with it. And but yeah, it's really coming to its own.
Well, Bitwig came about was because Ableton's so bloody expensive.
Well,
Yeah.
Aren't the Bitwig developers ex-Ableton developers?
They are, yeah.
That happens a lot, though, doesn't it?
That's interesting because it's completely different. I mean, the look and everything is really different.
The
you think
core of it?
Well, Ableton to me is a spreadsheet. I always look at it as a spreadsheet because it's got the columns and everything. I just never could get on with it. But Bitwig has got a bit more, I don't know, styling to it, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. And everything
I'm looking forward to the new Reason, because I've been a Reason head for like over 2 decades, and the new one has got some significant changes.
Is that the one that shows you all the cables in the back, and when you turn it, they flap around? Yeah.
But
virtual rack mount.
They've. It seems like now that Lander have taken them over, Lander have gone to them and said, "Do you know what? You don't have to stay in this zone," even though they have over the years slowly said, "Oh right, we'll let VSTs work in Reason." They've stuck by the old principles for far too long, and probably lost a lot of business from it. Hence why they're probably in a position where they need to be taken over. But it looks like now with this new update, the rack, which was always an integral part of that, it's still there, but the actual main rack is now like an afterthought. It's like if you want to bring it up, you can bring it up, but you don't have to, because every track has got its own little rack. Just like in Logic, you can stack your plugins in the strips. It's kind of like that, and so they're clearly thinking we need to be a bit more traditional, not traditional, but a bit more normal, rather than
Yes.
It was. I just love the workflow. For me, it's just it's the easiest thing. But,
I did used to use Reason quite a lot actually back in the day, because it was, compared to everything else, what you could get out of it, based on the power of your, because I was using PCs back in them days, and you get incredible sounds and full arrangements at half the processor power of anything else. So yeah, but then I bought a Mac, and that's it then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I went to Logic as soon as I got the Mac. But I tend to use both now. I'll use Reason as like the ideas thing, and then I'll just export it all and stick it into Logic to finish things off.
Yeah. I do like Logic. I've played with it when we did that thing, Simon. I did have the trial running on my Mac, and it is very nice, but I'm really a dyed-in-the-wall Cubase user from way back when the Atari had it. And it is good, but, in the future, I'm not saying no to Logic, because I enjoyed working with it, and I certainly will use it again later on if I upgrade my Mac at some point, definitely.
I think if you've got a Mac, even if it's not your primary DAW, the amount it costs you, it's just mad. Even if you don't get Logic, get MainStage, because at least you get all the Logic plugins in MainStage. It's 30 quid. For fuck's sake.
It's incredible.
It's absolutely amazing. And the stock plugins in Logic, I'm talking about the effects plugins specifically.
They are good.
They're as good as anything that you can get from
Chroma Verb. The
Chroma Verb, and the problem is, because the UIs look so basic, you don't realise what's going on.
Yeah,
and you can pretty much create anything you want just with the stock plugins.
Yeah.
So
I mean, quite a lot of bands now just use MainStage and just bring along their favourite keyboard as a MIDI controller.
Yeah.
And
I've been using
no-brainer.
MainStage for years, and it's never let me down on gigs. And ironically, I don't use it for my own stuff. I only use it in my band. But it's it's an astounding piece of kit for 30 quid.
To answer Aaron Worcester in the chat, as far as I know, Logic hasn't gone subscription. It's 199 for the version you buy, and then it's updated every year or thereabouts for free.
You can get a subscription now for the
okay.
creative
Studio,
and it's
yeah.
12 quid a
but
month.
that's everything, isn't it? So it's all the design stuff and all the rest of it as well.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
just
yeah,
Logic.
and you get
It's ridiculously cheap for
Yeah,
what you,
it is,
I
for what
got.
you
I
get.
mean, I've got Logic. I bought Logic years ago, but I've got the Creator Studio thing now because you get the versions are slightly different. So the version of Logic in the Creator Studio is the same version number, but you get additional features that you only get with the Creator stuff.
Right.
But I got it because I wanted Final Cut Pro.
same here.
And for the amount of money you pay for it, to
It's
get Final Cut
$12.99,
Pro,
isn't it?
it's just ridiculous. I did it the annual one, but then
Oh,
I
right,
did
okay,
that
so
and I
you
got the
probably
first
saved.
3 months free, so I still haven't paid for it.
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean, even at $12.99 a month, I've got to say that's excellent value for money for what you get. I mean, it's
And you get
basically.
the iPad version as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking
I pay-
Netflix, Amazon. Yeah.
I pay 50 quid, more than 50 quid actually, about 60 quid a month now for my Adobe suite. Because when I work for myself, I needed Photoshop and all that kind of stuff. And the only reason I'm holding on to the Adobe suite now is because I use Premiere for videos. Well, I can save myself 20 or 40 quid a month by getting the Apple suite with Final Cut Pro, and then just get GIMP for doing my image editing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to do it.
So glad I taught my dog to shut the door.
Can you come and do the cats? Well, come around to show me cats out there. Little bastard. Actually, I need to teach my cats not to claw my fucking carpet.
Good luck.
I've got things all around, like proper clawing mats and clawing trees and stuff, and they'll use them. But then every now and again, you'll just go.
Yeah, before I lost my lovely little cat a few months ago, she had the same thing. She's got scratching posts and cardboard, whatever the things you get and whatever. But there's actually a big mark on my bench where she used to rip this bench apart. And there's also a bit of furniture in the living room. She used to use the corner of it all the time. And it's like, over there, look, it's there. It's right there. You just move that way.
So Ableton for brand new, I'll go for the highest price one. Suite is 539 quid.
Yeah.
Bitwig is £294.19. Cubase is £336.70 at the moment. I think they've got a deal on. And then obviously Apple's doing their weird thing where they're really pushing the creative studio, so I can't find a price right now. Bastards. But 199. 199.
199,
yeah. So the obvious choice is probably Logic if you're going to go look for, if you've got a Mac and you've got a hole in your pocket that's £200 deep, Logic is your Mac.
Yeah, you see, I started with a PC anyway, so that's why I got. I mean, I went through Ableton anyway, and I did try what's it called, Reaper as well. Couldn't quite get my brain into that. Bitwig was just too expensive, I think, or whatever. But I ended up thinking, well, I used to use Cubase back in the day. Let's get Cubase, and I started with the lower version, and just gradually kind of upgraded for a couple of years up to the Pro version. And when I got my Mac, it was just, okay, I'll put it on there instead. That's how it came to be.
I used to use Cubase on the PC.
Yeah, me too.
And as soon as I got a Mac, I got Logic. And I have to say, within half an hour, I felt more at home in Logic than I did it with Cubase. Largely because I wasn't constantly fighting to get my computer working instead of making music.
That's exactly it. I had that because I started off with Cubase 3 on. Well, actually, I'd used Cubase on an Atari, but I bought my copy Cubase 3 just before they brought out VST. So I remember I got the VST upgrade for free. So I was just within the grace period, and that was the thing. Before that, I'd used a program called. It came free. Evolution Audio. It came free with an Evolution controller.
Oh yeah.
And it was kind of like a light version of Cubase, same sort of thing, piano roll and arranger page.
Timeline, yeah.
And so Cubase was very easy for me to get into, and I was okay with it. And then they had this funny upgrade thing, so I was on version 3. Version 4 was Mac only, so I always felt a little bit aggrieved that Mac users were getting this new version, PC users weren't. Then they went to 5, and they fucked up with the dongle, because back then to upgrade, because the internet wasn't really a thing back then, you had to take your dongle, your LPT port dongle. I had the
USB
brown
one,
which was no, the printer
USB,
port one.
not then.
No,
Yeah, the printer. Yeah, the print. You had the printer one.
Yeah, the
and then you
LPT.
actually made that the USB one, didn't you?
Well, this was before then. So I took my brown. I think mine was a brown or a blue. I can't remember which one it was for just standard Cubase, because you had Cubase, Cubase Audio, and then Cubase Score. There were 3 different versions, and each one cost another £100 or so. So I had the basic one. Took it into my dealer, which I think was Carlsberg or Academy of Sound, whatever it was back then. And then they would put the order in, and then the package, the box with all the discs in would be delivered, and you'd swap the dongles, except they sent me the wrong dongle. They sent me Cubase Score or something. And I said to the dealer, I said, this is the wrong one. They goes, doesn't matter to us, off you go. And then I upgraded to SX, and that's when I encountered exactly what you did, Simon, in that you spent more time fucking around setting it up and getting it to work properly. And by the time you powered it up and oh fuck, I've got to do this. I don't feel like making.
To be fair, it was. I don't think it was. It was Cubase itself. It was when, as soon as it went from Windows 98 to Vista. Vista was just
Vista,
the
no.
worst. And
No.
everything just fucking
I
fell
done that
apart.
before then.
When Vista was out, when Vista was out, I was in IT support, working in a shop for computers. And whenever a machine came in with Vista, me and the boss would look at each other and go, "Oh God, we've got another one." Basically, it was a nightmare.
Sorry, XP. That was XP was the last iteration of Windows that seemed to work pretty.
Yeah,
decently.
XP was good. XP was a great operating system.
And then as soon as Vista came out,
Yeah,
that was it. And then I just went to Mac, went to the
I went
dark
to
side.
SX1, the first one.
Oh.
And it just got to be a pain in the arse. And that's when I started looking around. And I bought some samples on eBay. Again, this is early days of all of this stuff. And somebody was advertising a string library on eBay, and it was like stupidly cheap. And we didn't know any better. So I just bought it. It was like $10.99 for this CD. And when it turns up in a TDK CDR box with a handwritten thing around it saying string samples, spelt with a Z or something, I thought, oh, what have I put the disc in? And it's exactly what I wanted, but obviously not a legitimate copy. And then there was another folder in there called Try H2O, Try Before You Buy. Do you remember
H2O?
those?
Oh, they were
Oh,
brilliant.
God.
And you used to get all the crack codes.
Yeah, and I was completely oblivious. Honestly, hand on heart, completely. I didn't realise what these things were, and I thought, oh, it had Ableton Live 2 or 3, had Reason, and a couple of other things on there, and I thought I'll give it a go. And so I went to the install, and you get the little pop up that says, make sure that if you continue using this, you buy the thing. And I thought, oh, it must be like an official promotion
trial.
thing. Still, completely naive. But I tried Ableton, like, no, don't like that. Tried Reason, and I thought, oh, hang on a minute, this clicks. And so for a very short while, I was using a cracked copy of Reason, and then I thought, then I got wise to it and decided that if I want to keep up with the updates, I should buy it. So I did, and I've still got it today. It's
I've still got a disc full of crack software
Yeah.
from back in the day, before you were born, I would imagine, Sam. All this stuff was going in.
And Try getting it run now.
There was a whole VMware sort of music sort of style. I tried my hardest to try and get my music into the background of those cracked fucking keychains.
the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those demos.
There's forums somewhere of me when I'm 12, like pissing around with FL Studio, just going blink plonk, blink plonk, and going, yeah, this is awesome. Use this for your keychain. And actually, if you have a look at some of it won't ever be attributed to him, but the Canadian DJ Deadmau5 has got a lot of keygen songs.
Really?
lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Interesting.
that's where he started with Steve Duda, I think, and then went on to do not Cakewalk, FL Studio with him, and then became B-Sod. Then those two got big. The shit you learn on the internet.
You forget it's been around for a while now. The internet. It's quite amazing.
It's been around longer than me.
I can remember the internet with no adverts. It's like, wow. Before they all started blatting you with
and then we got early adverts with those bloody GIFs.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
GeoCities
And
website.
Flash.
Yeah.
I used to like Flash, actually. Flash used to be
Yeah, I was
fun.
going to say.
I had to pay. Well, I say pay. I bought him a couple of pints in the pub, but I didn't have a very fast modem in the late 90s, and Cubase had put an update out, and it was Cubase back then you get it was either on a CD or it's like 25 floppy disks, and they put the update, and the update needed like half a dozen floppies, or if you had a CD writer, which was a bit of a luxury back then. So I had to pay him, a couple of pints down the pub, and he downloaded the Cubase update. But it took a couple of days, to get it all, and then copy it over to the disc, and then hand it over. So yeah, those were the days.
The best PC rig I ever had was I had a Yamaha SW1000 SG sound card, which had basically got the guts of I think it was a TG500 in it or something. Yeah. And that was brilliant because you didn't have to use any VSTs because you could get most of your sounds off that, and a few of your hardware synths. And that was back in what, 98, and that was using Cubase VST, and some of the tunes did then. I can't believe it. And then went through stage after that computer. Then I bought myself a Motu. Upgraded the computer again, and they got a Motu. Oh, what was the 828 Firewire?
Yeah.
I've got two behind me right now.
I had all this brilliant outboard, but my computers were always shite because they just kept crashing. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, I had when I first got I built my first proper music PC. I put a Sound Blaster or 64, I think it was.
Yeah, they were good. I had one of those.
Yeah, and they were really good, and they were good for doing, I'd sample stuff into there and play it back. I'd use, what they used to be sound fonts and stuff like that. And I remember buying a copy of Future Music or, one of those 90s music tech magazines that came with a CD mounted on the cover. And there'd always be a bunch of tracks on there from readers. You could submit your tracks and then, they put them on there. And there was one month this guy had made an entire track, everything on an All-64 card. And I just sat there. It was the first time with a computer I sat there and thought, I don't know why I'm fucking bothering. I've got all this stuff, and he's done all of that with an All-64. And it's just mental.
Yeah.
And then I went, after that I got the Audigy Platinum EX or something, and I think that's where a lot of my problems with Cubase were, because that was more of a gaming sound card rather than dedicated music, because it came with a breakout box as well, and I thought, that because it's got MIDI on there, so I can plug MIDI into it rather than having to reach around the back.
Didn't a load of the games have MIDI files built into them, so if they sent a card, it would play general MIDI out of that card?
Yeah.
So that would be your soundtrack.
The old Roland sound canvases were and the MT32.
MT32, yeah, I remember my
but
friend had
later on,
one.
the sound canvases, because I bought my first kind of proper professional, well, I say professional, made by a well-known brand, was the Roland SC88 VL that I got. And they did loads of different versions of the SC88, but the VL was specifically designed for that use. It was mainly for gaming and computer stuff. And it's amazing. Inside, it's essentially it's the same technology as the JV1080, and which was kind of a derivative of the D50. So it's all really good stuff, but hidden in this little box with just a handful of buttons on. So.
Yeah,
I was over the moon the other day. I found my old Tandy PZM mic, which I used to use to record vocals, and I plugged it in, and you have to get a 9-volt battery adapter to boost it. But I tell you what, it still sounds absolutely amazing for vocals.
Yeah.
And that was 30 quid back in the day from Tandy's, and I'd lost it, and I found it the other day, and so I might give that a whirl.
Do some room recording of it as well.
Well, yeah, you could pick, that's the only problem with it. It picks up everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I know the one. So therefore, what you want to do is put a speaker in a large room and then play your synth through that and put the mic on the other side. And then you've got your reverb track to play.
Oh, interesting. Natural reverb.
Oh, that's how reverb was originally done. It was a reverb tank. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, what was it? Gated delays and things like that from the 80s was because someone forgot to mute something. I can't remember. It was a talkback, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Hugh Padgham.
I was going to say Genesis.
The talkback mic was recording the third Peter Gabriel album.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of people said that it was Phil Collins that invented the gated snare sound, but it wasn't. It was Phil Collins playing the drums on the third Peter Gabriel album. They forgot to turn the talkback mic off, I think. And then when they were listening back, they could hear this, doing this thing. And then over the years, you could then buy little bits of hardware that replicated it, or then obviously plugins. But
you don't realise how much of an art there was to production back in the day. Wow. We're so blessed with what we've got. And I'm sorry to be a Bowie bore, but I saw this fantastic interview with Tony Visconti about how they recorded all the guitars on the Heroes album, and the vocals, and it was basically different mics at different placements in the room, and just using gating so that the louder something would happen, the more the gates would open up, so you get more and more expansive sound. And to do that these days would be nothing, just a couple of plugins. But back in the day, that was an art, true art.
Yeah, I think I saw that interview where he talks about recording the vocal for Heroes, and he had I think he had 3 microphones, one up here, one in the middle of the room, one at the back of the room.
That's it.
Like I say, he used gating, and so the louder Bowie would sing, because he does get progressively louder through that track, then the other mics would then open up, or the gates would open up, and so you'd get this lovely blend, and then you didn't have to worry about distortion, because you would just move to the next mic. So.
Well, that's interesting. I'll have to listen to that next time I hear that track.
Yeah, it's stunning. Visconti's a legend.
Yeah, it's genius stuff. And listening to all the Heroes, you can hear it come in. If you listen very closely, you can kind of hear the room start bleeding in. But it's not just a snap on, it's like a nice fade, so you've got to really listen carefully. Best way I heard it was through my dad's record stack, and putting it on his speakers. He has this really long lounge and a chair one side and speakers on the other side. And he sits in his chair, puts on a record, sits down, and then he listens to all the things. And I just remember one night he brought me in, gave me a can of Foster's, bad choice of beer, great father-son bonding moment. We just literally just would listen to Bowie all night. It was brilliant.
I'm envious. I wouldn't have done that with Nelson Eddy and Janet McDonald. Trust me.
You're lucky. My mum and dad, I think their record collection went as far as James.
78s. Oh, actually, I got to say, I didn't mind a bit of James Last. My dad used to play him quite a bit,
No.
and Roger Whittaker.
Rocky.
I think we're in time for the wheel, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to go and get a drink. Yeah.
I like all this reminiscing though. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'd forgotten a few bits and pieces there.
Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? I need a wee and a drink. Cornish Waves music.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Good wheel. It's a good wheel this week.
Yes,
We've
very
had
good.
no 404s at all yet. I'm touching wood right now. Cornish isn't here tonight. He's still in
beg your
Lanzarote till
pardon?
tomorrow. Huh? What?
You said you were touching wood.
That could be either head. Let's be honest.
Play it.
Fuckers. Yes, I'm playing it. Shut up, you lot. No!
Oh,
yeah.
talk that
No,
one up.
no,
Fucking caught that one.
He's pissed himself.
no, no.
Fuck you, Cornish. Stop deleting your tracks.
CWM.
Tylumnus.
Okay, don't know them.
Luminiferous ether, I believe.
Oh, okay. Know them. Here we
Oh,
go.
no, it's Tylumnus. Jamdalf. I always get them mixed up. Sorry, my father just decided to text me. It's just like, oh, we're just talking about you.
Cool, modular jam.
I know, Ty is really good at that, and we haven't seen him in a little while. I think last time I saw him was probably Hardware Jams Fest, or Inky Fest as we like to call it.
Cool.
Yeah, I miss
But
his
yeah.
jams.
Yeah, it does wonderful stuff with his modular rig, and that modular rig is something fucking massive, isn't it?
It was a few quid's worth there, certainly.
Yeah.
In fact, the first hardware jams I ever won was joint with him.
Oh,
I don't remember how many times I've ever, if I have. No, I definitely didn't win last week, so I'm not Seagull. Cress won last week. Yeah, no, but he does wonderful stuff, and all that space, just from the modular synth. I know I call it spaghetti synthesizing, but it does sound good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like it in the chat. Someone was saying they love the cables everywhere and stuff. It was Unity, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But it does look good when you've got a shit ton of cables. You almost see it working.
Yeah.
And it's just magical what some things can do with a bit of voltage, really. Ultimately, we all are doing that, I know, but pre-built
In
boxes...
different ways.
Yeah. Pre-built boxes versus chaining your own parts of a synth together to do massive things like that is a skill in itself, I reckon.
And some people build the modules as well.
Yeah, what mad fuckers would ever do that?
There's a
So
guy.
whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Whatever gets
Yep.
what's in here out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've
There's
all
a
got
guy
our own
that
workflows.
was at my EMOM last Friday, and he's started building his own modules, and it's a video. What is it? A video. God. Basically, you load video into it, and it does something to the sound, and but then you can also put a HDMI connection into it and stream the video as well.
Are you saying
It's-
the video modulates the sound?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a,
I've
it's
seen
a
something like that a few
module
years
that
ago.
create.
We covered it on the show like 5 years or something ago, and it was video that was modulating stuff. It was crazy. I mean, it was completely non-commercial. There's no way that this was ever going to make it into a commercial product, but you know, for sheer ingenuity, it was incredible.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two guys from the Stoke EMOM that teamed up and started manufacturing them. So if you're into modular stuff, then have a look.
I'm not video.
Well, a bit over my head, to be honest with you.
The
I
jury's
do
still out
admire
on
anybody
modular.
that can create interesting music on a modular rig, though, because
Yeah.
you know, to be honest, you get some where it is literally just bleeps and bloops. But I mean, people like Fraser, who was one of the guys on the jams last night, who was using a modular rig, and it was why baby? I mean, when he gets his modular out, he's just on another level. Absolutely brilliant.
I might be controversial here, but I'm famously, obviously, not very into modular at all. But I think what modular has the propensity to do is kind of sort the wheat from the chaff, because there's a lot of chaff.
Yeah.
And I know that people have fun, and that's fine. I don't care if you're having fun doing what you do. I don't care whether I like it or not. You're having fun. That's the most important thing. But for people to actually produce really good stuff, you've really got to know what you're doing with a modular.
Yep. Totally.
You know, obviously, you know, everything that you see here has had all of that complexity, or a lot of the complexity taken out, and I'm limited to what each machine can do, and that, you know, of course, can be a skill in itself. But with modular, because you can do literally anything. You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should, and you know, sometimes I think my biases, against some of what I hear from from modular artists is yeah, I understand you can put that in there and you come up with this wild and crazy sound, but is it actually musical? To my ear, no, probably not. But if they're having fun, that's all that matters, you know.
The one thing I will say about modular rigs is when you hear them through a PA system, they've got a depth of sound that you just don't get out of computer-based systems. I thought it was Andy Brooks was the first one that really sort of made me his pick up, and I mean he did some incredible stuff on his modular rig as well. But his sound always sounded really almost 3D compared to somebody who went on before who was just using a laptop and a sound card. And then, but the more modular I've heard, the more you think, crikey, yeah, it's got a really deep and open sound that you don't seem to get out of a lot of other kit. And yeah, it's there's a lot of things that attract me to it, but I know I just end up bankrupt if I got into it, because just got another 200 quid here, another 300 quid there, it won't hurt, but it does. So and I wouldn't know where to start either.
Yeah,
I've got enough trouble getting sound out of my bloody my MS-20 clone, and that's only got about 5 holes in it. So,
so I stood and watched Gaz and Steve that night, and yes, they came with a rig that was pretty much all connected up to do certain things, but they were messing around and unplugging and plugging things in. But I really enjoyed what they did, although I was kind of sat there worried, if I'm enjoying this, maybe I should get into it. Oh, maybe no, I definitely won't get into modular. Definitely won't do it. But they were doing some incredible things, and they were finding, I think their whole thing is about finding a zone, a little playground that they've built with a couple of arpeggios or a little rhythm thing, and then just feeling their way around that. And that's that was very clever. But then I've sat and watched other people, and I was like, where's this going? I don't get. It's not pushing my personal buttons. There's no no hook.
I find when modular is done with 2 people, then it really, really opens up, because obviously you've got someone looking after rhythm and bass, and then someone's looking after melody and chords.
It puts a few little constraints in there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to be playing nicely with the other person, otherwise it is going to just sound like a noise. But I think if you put a couple of guardrails in there of somebody taking care of the rhythmic parts, and then you can do, then you can find the edges and kind of stay within that zone.
Yeah,
Andy and Grace are a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Movement 81, and Grace and Sophie when they do Curtain Twitcher. Oh God, there's another one on my tip of my tongue. I can't think. I suppose Gaz and Steve as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's really easy to kind of either get flustered with all of it in a rack, or you've just got to be small about it and just do a mono synth, a sampler, and a drum machine. As I always say, it's the bare minimum for making any music, really, because then you can get away with a lot.
Well, there's
a guy at Wrexham, same gig that Steve Davis and Gaz played at a couple of weeks ago, and he went on after them, and he got an absolutely enormous modular rig. But I don't think I've ever heard such a slamming set from a modular. He was doing full-on dance stuff, but it wasn't techno. It was, it got a house sensibility to it, which is more my bag. I get a bit pissed off with techno after a while. And
some of the stuff that Martin Gore does with modular, and it's like, whoa, that's because he's clearly got a structure going on, and then he then goes wild with his. I mean, he's in his studio. It's incredible. Yeah, there's some great stuff out there.
Yeah.
So I've just seen Modular Grid come up. What is the most popular units? IntelliGel Swells, Shackmat, Ballista Blast. These are all just names to me, but other people will know what they are. Make Noise GTE.
What language is this you're talking about? I don't understand.
I've got to say, I've tried modular. I got mine modular rig there. That thing there is my little tiny modular rig. I'm going to go back to it at some point, but it didn't quite click with me. So I've got all the cables sitting next to me here, and I'll just have to go back to it.
So you've got all that modular stuff, and you couldn't even get a click out of it.
No, I got tones out of it. I got a little arpeggio going and so on. And, kind of lost my way after that. I've asked some questions and I've got some ideas, but honestly, I just couldn't quite get into it. I'm going to try again. Like I say, it's not going to sit there and do nothing forever, because I've got the Behringer bits and pieces there as well, which I can feed from it or to it or whatever. So, excuse me, I'm going to do a bit later on. I'm a bit lacking space at the moment, but. Anyway, to be continued, basically.
The only modular I'd consider, if and it's ridiculous because there's no way I'd ever be able to afford
TC 5000.
Well, I was going to say the ARC 2500, or Tom's version of that, because when I saw one in the flesh and then understood the sliders. And the fact that there's no real cables needed here, you're patching just you. That made a lot more sense to my brain.
Yeah.
But it was just the sound of it. It was just incredible. And then when you watch Benj, I mean, if you want to watch really good modular, what I think is really good modular music that has some sort of structure, doesn't have to be like a 4/4. It can be very, very odd time signatures and stuff, but when he does stuff on his Surge, is it the paper face thing, and he's got an EMU modular, and he's done his 2500 jams, and I could sit there and I'm so not modular, but I could sit and watch Benj do stuff on his modular because he's got that kind of sensibility that he can make stuff that works in my head. I love him. Love that man.
I've got to say that grid thing on the TC 5000 does attract me.
Sorry,
because
I don't.
Sorry.
Thank you. Because no cables. You just have that matrix, and you've got all the labels and stuff. And you say, okay, I want to modulate that on that, and bang, you just stick a pin in, and that's it. You've done it. Rather than have a cable in the way getting to your controls.
Perlman's use of colour. I've always maintained that I'm very visual with the stuff that I like having a screen. I like seeing what I'm doing. And Perlman had this knack of using colours. So if you ever look at a 2500 or an Odyssey, colour is everything because it tells you what works with. So it's kind of like modular without the cables because it tells you what works with everything else. So the things that are coloured in red will affect each other. It's that sort of stuff ticks my boxes. But I mean, I've got a bunch of patch cables over there that I bought for a couple of little projects, but they stay in their bags looking pretty now.
JD says you can do a kind of modular with your MXB. What's the MXB for those who don't know?
Well, it's the Matrix Brute.
Okay,
yeah. So the Arturia Matrix Brute is essentially, but it's more like a very large version of a VCS3 pin matrix.
Yeah, JD's been playing it in recent evenings, and it's a fantastic piece of kit. Very interesting.
It's an amazing. I hate the fact that it's up on the shelf because it's. I mean, not only is it an amazing sounding, it looks the fucking bollocks.
It does,
especially when you got it sat up and what a thing. But it has to warm up. That's one of the few synths in there that has to warm up.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's.
Was it drift then?
Sorry.
Does it drift?
It doesn't drift once it's warmed up, and you just hit the tune button. It's fine. Okay. Absolutely fine. But if it's kind of room temperature, so not very warm, turn it on, leave it for 10 minutes or so, press the tune button, bam, it's in, and then it stays there.
Interesting.
Because it's a proper analog synth,
Yeah, it's probably got crystal ovens and things in it.
I have no idea, but it's got magic. It's those brute oscillators. So many people that they are very Marmite, you either love them or you hate them because they do have a tone to them that is unlike many other kind of typical analog oscillators. The brute oscillators, I forget the name of the guy that developed them with Arturia, but he did amazing work on them. And those oscillators appear polys, matrices,
Yeah.
the drum brutes. They all have these. They have a certain thing that works really well with a Steiner filter as well. That's why they've all got Steiner filters. It's just different,
Yeah, I think the only Arturia I've ever owned is the Drum Brute original. And, wow, shy of the snare being shit on that one.
Well, a lot of people, because I was speaking with Arturia a few years ago, and we were talking about the drum brutes, and I happened to mention that that was the one drum machine I didn't have, and they said, "Oh, we'll send you one." And I was hoping they'd send me the main one, the original, but they sent me the Impact, and I was speaking to somebody, and I said, "Oh, they sent me the Impact." And they said, "Oh, that's the best one." So I don't know, because I've never actually played the original, but I really like the Impact.
I loved it. It worked so well with the TR8. It was, those two were chalk and cheese, but when you put them together, it was more like one whole unit. Because the one thing I fucking hated with the TR8 was you're set in your box, it's 909 and 808 sounds. With the Drum Brute, you have no snare, you have all the noise generators are fucked because of some issue with production or design. I can't remember which it was, but it was a very weak snare. And
Yes, it was horrible.
And if you soldered a 101 capacitor over somewhere, you could get it back into where they actually designed it to be, or you could send it off. And I just went, I don't have time for this, I'm going to send it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic working with that box, and I was a little bit gutted I got rid of it. Ultimately, because I ended up with a rhythm, which what beats a rhythm in techno drums? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't know, because it's not my bag. But
It's not my
I
bag
really
either.
fancy
But
one of them
really-
Behringer DMX clones.
yeah.
the
I've got
BMX.
the LM drum.
Yeah,
It's not awful.
Yeah,
It's
so I love the sound of the original DMX. That and the what was the sequential one, the drum tracks. I used to love
drum tracks, yeah.
the snare on that as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just sample them. You get samples of
this is
them.
the
You really
thing.
want them.
I mean, I bought that LM drum purely out of curiosity, and I love the Lin. I've always loved the Lin workflow. You've got the mixer, you've got the pads, and I love that kind of little workflow. But there was just something about it was just lacking a little bit of something. I don't quite know what. And I always end up going back to the Ali James VPROM plugin, which is using actual Lin ROMs, obviously virtual ones, but it just has a bit more to it. But I'm still hankering after an original, if I can find an original that I can afford.
I think I might be with you on that one, Simon. The BMX is not only a drum machine; it's a sampler.
Well, so is
So is
drum.
the
LM drum, yeah.
So yeah, you can, and it's actually quite hard to find how much sample memory it's got, but it's pretty awesome. But a friend of mine's supposed to be giving me his original TR-707.
Oh, I love those. I love the 707.
So I'm quite looking forward to. I used to have one of those years and years ago,
I keep hoping that I'll find one of those somewhere one day. That's a decent price. If I could get that and the 727, have both.
727, yeah.
Did you not spot the 707 that Matey Boy was going to sell? Across the way you were parked up with the Leviathan. He had a 707 in the box.
You're fucking joking.
No, he said he'd name him a price. He'll probably sell it to you. The one who's got it's the one who's got all the bloody houses, the holiday homes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
ask Peter.
Yeah.
Was he the one with the CS80?
Yes.
I'll ask Peter.
Yeah.
No, if it's a reasonable price, I'll have it, because I absolutely love that drum machine. All the sounds. I mean, I've got the Roland Cloud one, which is pretty good, but it's just not the same. Drum machine is a very physical thing. Because
Yeah,
the
no.
other one that I really like, I've got the Yamaha RX5, which is a brilliant drum machine. And I've still got Peter's Casio RZ1 down there as well.
Oh, I
Which
love
was-
that.
Yeah, that was one of my first. In fact, back in the 80s, we were all worried as drummers that we would be replaced by drum machines. I actually replaced a Casio RZ1 in a band, so it was the other way around. And once I
Tell you
replaced
another
Touche.
another one that is never spoken about, but I thought it was an absolutely awesome drum machine back in the days. The Kawai, is it the R100?
yes,
Oh man, the sounds on that absolutely fantastic. And because they have the R50 and the R100, and yeah, they were absolutely banging drum machines.
yeah, because a drum machine's a combination of A, good sounds, but B, also a good feel. You know, some drum machines didn't have feel; they were very robotic, very strict. Whereas, like the Lin, had feel, which obviously bled over into MPCs and stuff. But
Was it the R8, the Roland one?
the Roland Human Composer, yeah,
That was the one. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I could have got an R5 for 20 quid a couple of weeks ago.
Sorry.
I could have got an R5 for 20 quid.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I should have. I should have just bloody jumped.
20
on that.
quid. Bloody
20
hell.
quid.
Snap her hand off, yeah.
I know battery leaked in the compartment, but it's so easy to clean up and fix.
There's always a
Dumbass.
Kent Spong for something like that. Yeah.
I'm not too bad with soldering on myself.
No.
I can't rely on Kent
terrible
on
at
everything.
soldering. That's why he's my friend. Yeah. And the Korg DDD5. That was another early one. My first drum machine was a Boss DR55, and then we went to make a demo. This must have been about 86, and we had a guy join the band. So we were basically the local pub covers band. We'd play in town in Stowmarket, 3 or 4 different pubs. We'd be there. We'd be on every Friday and Saturday night at various places. And one night, this guy approached us. He was a tall, lanky streak of piss, and he said, "You guys ever thought about having a sax player?" And we're like, "Yeah." "Oh, well, I play sax." And we're like, "You're in." So he joined us, and it turns out he used to play for Long John Baldry and Elton John and a couple of other people. Screaming Lord Sutch was another one he played with. So he was a really good sax player. And he also had an Ensoniq Mirage that he brought and a flute. So when we did things like Stairway to Heaven, he'd crack the old flute out and do the flute bits, and we had a sax and we had the sampler and stuff, and I kind of fell in love with this guy because he had all the cool shit. And he said we should do a demo. Come round to my gaff. I've got a little studio, and we're like, "You've got a studio?" And this was '86. And we're like, "You've got a studio?" And he used to house share with a guy on the local commercial radio station. So they literally had a studio and they shared it. And this guy would do his jingles and stuff, the other guy, and Dickie would do his demos and stuff. So we went in there, but they had no room to set up a full-size drum kit. So that Dickie just went into a cupboard and he just reached out and he gave me this drum machine. It was a Korg DDD5. And he says, "Program all your parts onto that." What? Shit. So I literally sat there for a whole week programming everything and trying to make it sound as like natural. So there was no fill that was the same as another fill. There was a little flam on the snare here or a little triplet on the hi-hat there that wasn't anywhere else, and tried to do it. I listen back to that tape every now and again, and it's embarrassing, but it was not bad. It wasn't us though. But yeah, I got to know that one quite intimately, and then the Casio RZ1, which with its 4 sampling pads. So I had that, and I had my Yamaha VSS 200, little portable sampler keyboard thing, and I'd sample all sorts of shit into that, and so you'd have the drums and the samples. That was great fun. Those were happy days.
Talking of the Mirage, does anyone know where you can get the original, samples from the original sample disc for it? Specifically, I'm doing in the band, we're doing a version of Good Life, and I want the, the and the which is apparently one preset off the Mirage.
Was it a factory preset?
Yeah, it was on one of the factory discs. So it's it must be the vocal. But I've looked everywhere to see if I can find a sample library or whatever of it, and I just cannot find it anywhere. I've got a rough approximation, but I need that.
There's got to be something somewhere, isn't there?
I have downloaded a lot of sample libraries, and I'm pretty
I'm
sure
just
I
looking
saw
through
it somewhere.
My list of favourites. Every Ensoniq Mirage sample on an ancient FTP. 131 discs in total. It's on.
What
I
unit
was
was
saying, it must be an archive.
What unit was it?
It's a Amiga format.
Mirage.
Was it? Mirage.
Converters out there.
Yeah.
No, I got. Ooh, no, it's just no. Loads of silly little bits from like a TS10 and something like that. But
If you go, so I'll just put a link. Oh, comment has failed to post, so I can't post links.
hang on, put it in the private chat.
Okay. So that's apparently every Mirage sample converted to Amiga format, but they all contain all the original Mirage loop points.
Oh, Internet Archive.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go anywhere first, go there, and
Yeah.
it's only 30 meg, and there must be. I'm trying to think of probably the easiest way to convert those from Amiga to. There'll be something out there.
That's brilliant.
I'll have
That's
a look
further
around.
than I got, Robbie. So that's fantastic.
I was just trying to. There must be. I tell you. Oh, hang on a minute. What's the name? That's it.
I'm
So
downloading it to find out myself.
There's a guy called Tim Schwartz that used to work for Emu. Not with Andrew, surprisingly.
Did he work for Emu?
Apparently he did, yeah.
Joking?
Not a lot of people know that.
Amazing.
No.
Yeah.
I'll sleep tonight knowing that.
Revelation.
Yeah. So he set up a company years and years ago called Digital Sound Factory, and they sell a huge amount of the Emu library and then Sonic, because obviously eventually those two companies kind of cross paths. And I know they've done some in Sonic libraries, like the ASRs. In Sonic Mega Library, no, hang on. In Sonic Keyboards collection contains in Sonic ZR, in Sonic MR, in Sonic ASR. So I don't think it's got anything as early as, because I think these are all the InSonic things after the Emu collab. I'm sure I'll find something. I'll keep having a look. But if
Hang on. I am doing some research now
nice.
because I might have found an SVX to MP3. It's MP3's best you're gonna get, but
because apparently the quality of the samples in that archive were all original quality, so they're going to be crunchy at best.
can you
Fantastic.
remember what the preset was called?
I think it's R and do, as in AHH. Well, I'm basing that on the sounds that they make. But you know the sounds I'm on about, don't you? In Inner City Good Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
So it's but it's just such a unique sound.
I think because he Sanderson did pretty much all of that track with a Mirage and
Mirage, yeah.
and the TX81Z on the bass or something. Lately bass, probably. Yeah,
All right, I'm going to see if this works.
There's got to be something somewhere.
There is a convert files format for SVX to MP3. I'm not going to do it for all of them. I'm just going to test it on one sample, and if it works, we'll go trawling and go try and find it.
Oh, you legend! I'm crap at stuff like this.
Don't worry. Tech support for old people was just my thing. Don't worry.
Are you all right, love?
Bloody young whippersnappers.
I know, cheeky little bastards.
Right, download. Let's see if it's done it. It's done it.
Oh,
I think that
go
works.
on, mate. Oh, fantastic.
So I'll have to find what the sample is, but it's not obvious because it's split up in. It must be in MISC or something. I wouldn't know specifically what it is.
How many are there? Well, I've got what did you use to convert it? What was the software?
It's just an online converter. Hang on a minute, I'll stick it in the chat.
Oh, an online converter.
Yeah.
Because I've downloaded the zip, so save you having to trawl through all those. I could do it myself.
There you go, it's in the chat.
Lovely, thank you.
I'll pin it as well so it gets.
Yeah, so the
highlighted.
samples were called D-O, and R-A-H. They were apparently the names of the samples on the library disc.
There you go. That's it then. On do.
Yeah, just R and D-O. Well, that's what the internet says, so it must be right.
Yeah, but that's not what this person's list labels as.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I can tell you so many stories about the Fairlight Library because I've done so much research on that over the years. That the classic orchestra stab was for many, many, many years just known as Orc 5, but it's not. It's Orc 2. But some people actually wrote academic papers about the importance of that sample, that particular sample, because it was hugely important, where it was used and how it was used. And it just got to a point where if you dared say to anyone, oh, that's not called Orc 5, that's called Orc 2, you'd get shot down, in typical internet fashion. But I dug out...
It's 3 louder.
Yeah. But actually all those, there was about, I think, something like 15 different Orc samples. But the Fairlight Library in the early days, because it was like the Wild West, it would just organically grow. And they would sell a Fairlight to someone and they would make some samples and it might have to go back for repair or they would just converse with people and just swap samples. I mean, there are stories of parties in the EMU offices at the end of the week where all the employees would gather and just swap their samples. And they would end up going out on various discs or factory libraries, and it was all over the place. But the guy that I do all the Fairlight restoration with, or have been doing and will stop doing soon, was Fairlight's studio manager, and he was the guy that assembled the libraries. So he provided me with all the sheets of the content and the descriptions, and it says Orc 2 Stravinsky Firebird, and that was the one.
How would you explain to your wife back in the 80s that you're going to a sample swapping party?
I know, right? I did feel like, what do you do? Chuck your discs in a bowl and then swap it, Not that I've ever been to those sorts of parties. I have no idea what goes on.
You've only heard stories.
Yeah. But I even managed to find out the actual record that David Vorhaus sampled to get that orchestra stab. I mean, it's the most bizarre thing. The most British person you could probably think. David Vorhaus comes from very sort of well-to-do family, very well spoken, and invented that bloody great kaleidophone thing that looks like a massive cock. Happens to befriend Peter Vogel at a AES conference in Zurich, where they both won an award for something. Obviously, Peter had won something for the Fairlight, and David had got something for something else. Discovered that they had both gone out with the same woman. Oh, Panda's got a good face on.
So you know that £10 Amigo sampler thing that Potenza's DSP made? They fucking work in there.
Oh, there you go. Wow. There you go.
I brainwave. I was one letter out for about 5 minutes.
Cool.
So you don't need the converter. I'll just whack them in there and just keep recording them.
There you go. Yeah, so Peter Vogel and David Warhouse apparently, I don't want to use the word shared, they'd both gone out with the same girl at different times. And so they bonded over that. Peter then invites him back to Sydney. He says, "You want to come and have a look at what we're doing?" And David was over at Peter's house. Peter had gone into the office. David doesn't get up before midday, and he still to this day doesn't get up before midday. Got up, saw the Fairlight that Peter had got in his house that it was like a prototype. Was flicking through his record collection, and just so happens that Warhouse has this penchant for Stravinsky. Found this copy of the Firebird Suite. Thought, and how this one puts it on the record player and puts it on side 2, and the very first sound that comes out on side 2 is that orchestra stab. And he sampled that, and it then goes on to define popular music for the next God knows how many years, because it was used on everything, But he told me the first time that he heard Planet Rock, where Bambata and Arthur Baker basically played 8 octaves of that stab.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would stand over this kid. Apparently Arthur Baker had no idea how to use this, and he found that sound, and he just, that sounds good, and did that, and it was just like, there you go.
Hence, there's the track.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Well, yeah, but I mean that sample was
everywhere.
Oh my God, it's got the loop points as well.
Yeah, it said it preserved the loop points.
Yeah, but the Amigo samplers picked them up as well.
Oh, right, nice.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything.
Aren't you glad I asked?
Not only are you going to get what you need, Simon, I think Panda's going to get a load of stuff that he's going to be able to use as well.
Yeah.
Send them over.
We need a lo-fi sample challenge.
I think I'm banned from making challenges at the moment because I seem to keep making them food related.
And the problem is,
Hence probably what's it.
No, there's no problem. It's just this. It just seems to be a theme of mine. Keyboards. I don't have anything specifically. It's so easy to just whack them in.
Yeah, several people in the chat are asking for the wheel. I'm going to be going at 12 o'clock because I've got something to do tomorrow that I need to get up
change
for.
into a pumpkin or something.
No, I've got something to do and I want to get to bed at a reasonable time, if you call 12 o'clock reasonable time. So another wheel would be great for me to finish the night off.
Oh yeah, my mic's muted. Twat. Oh no, it's because I was like, oh yeah, this is a thing. I got rid of the wheel. 2 seconds. Yeah, wheel.
Not going yet, Vicky. I'm going to listen to this first.
Spin the wheel, spin the wheel.
God, you sound like Michael McIntyre.
Oh, no. Who did that track, Spin the Wheel?
Wheel. Oh, turn my Mac up.
I have to look it up.
Mid-Atlantic Drift.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice.
Bring it on. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it.
You got your hopes up. I am removing these as they go because there's no chance we're ever going to get them back.
No.
I've just found a folder on my sample drive called Ensonic Mirage with 1,651 Mirage samples.
Gosh.
Oh.
Back up. Oh, here we go.
I'll have a listen through while we're doing that.
This is Lectra Sunshine. Fucking SoundCloud.
Way to finish. That's excellent track.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Yeah,
Brilliant
very-
track that was.
Yeah.
That's
Very nice.
that's early Lectra as well, when he was only ever uploading to SoundCloud. He's subsequently taken on YouTube as well now. We're seeing far less SoundCloud tracks, which is good because they overcompress.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to wish you all a good night. Chat. Good night as well to you guys. Great company, great fun, and I will see you everyone very soon.
Yeah, thanks
Cheers,
for coming in,
buddy.
Steve.
See you soon.
Catch you later. Bye.
Oh, I don't know how much longer I've got left of me. How about you, Simon?
Well, I'm just. What's the time? Oh, 12 o'clock. Well, work at 8, so I'm all right for another 4 hours.
I got work at 2. I'm fine, but I was up at
No.
6 this morning, so
I found.
Yeah, so I had a stupidly early start this morning. So
I just got up early. You found a few?
It's automatic playing. So I found a few. So I've got this folder I've just found on my main kind of sample drive. Just says in Sonic Mirage, and it's got 1,651 different samples in there. I was going through them whilst that was playing, but I'm just trying to figure out how I can route the audio from folder. Hang on. I wonder if I can do
was that those drums? Were they?
Yeah, they were all off. I mean, some of the conversions clearly haven't worked that well because it's just noise.
Right.
So actually, if I route Finder into Loopback, just tell me if you can hear this.
Yeah, nice and loud.
Okay, right.
That sounded like it. That sounds like one of them.
Could be it.
That definitely sounds like.
I mean, kind of weird loops are in there as well. Oh, what was that?
Get that into your MPZ samples.
That was interesting. Oop. But I found some
rip
more.
headphones.
Thing is, unfortunately, the file names are all like synth 1, synth 2, synth 3. You know, it's that kind of.
Yeah.
But I did find some under miscellaneous. I don't think that's.
What's that labeled
that be
as? There.
What?
Pitch that up.
That might be it. Yeah.
Mate, I'll compress the file and I'll send it over to you. You can.
Oh, mate, thank you very much.
I'll tell you what.
No idea where I got them from.
If I put in a Google Drive folder that's empty, drag and drop them in there, and then everyone's got them then.
Yeah. See, some of them are like this.
Oh no!
Sounds like somebody's just sampled all the sounds out of a Kawaii K1.
Those short little stabs are just one waveform loops.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's unfortunately the naming is just it's literally spat them all out as WAV 1, WAV 2, WAV 3, with preceded with miscellaneous or there's all sorts, but yeah, some really good stuff.
Tabla!
Yeah. Obviously, miscellaneous 4 was Indian sounds.
Perfect for the stuff I'm doing.
There you go.
Excuse me.
There you go. PandaChat was useful for something for once.
There you go.
Brilliant.
So where do you want me to put these, Sam?
There's in the comments there is a drive link. If you drag and drop them into there, you
There
should
is,
have full access. If not, I'm here. I'm ready.
Let me just open that up. Drag and drop files here.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Starting upload.
And there you go.
And yeah, I'll let you know when it's finished. There's a couple of minutes left. I have no idea where they came from, but you're welcome.
That's fantastic. Thanks, guys.
These look like the same file formats as the SV files.
Could very well be where I got them from.
Yeah, they look like they've just been converted into WAV.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, cool. And then I'll just go onto Facebook and then send it straight link to Simon. There you go. Go
Oh,
sample
you're a legend.
trawling.
Thank you so much. They sound so crunchy and beautiful, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Who needs these bloody contact libraries when you got sounds like that?
I went through a phase a few years ago of just trying to hoover up as many, like, you know, those early 8-bit samples, mostly EMU stuff for the use, just for using in my Emacs. But I managed to get hold of somehow. I've got so many folders on things. I didn't even know I had a folder called Sonic Mirage, and there it is. So
I'm fairly certain I've got an Sonic Mirage folder somewhere in Ableton.
Have you ever heard of R Massive?
No.
So there's a website called R-Massive, and they have loads of stuff on there, particularly vintage sampler and vintage synth firmwares on there. And it's a weird thing. You have to ask for a password, and that password will run out after a few months, and you have to ask for it again. But they host a huge amount of vintage samples and stuff. And if you go to their audio production tab, they've got some. That may be actually where. It almost certainly is. I've just found it. It's got a Mirage folder there, with a whole bunch of. So you've got. Oh mate, they've got the complete factory library. That's probably what I've got there. And then they've got loads of third-party stuff on there as well.
I'm wondering if they've used a HXC GoTech to get
Yeah, there's a lot of HXC and HFE images on there. I've certainly got some off of there for my GoTechs in the Emacs. But then because if it's an EMU sample, you just use EMXP software on an old Windows machine, and you can convert any EMU sample into any other EMU format and WAVs and stuff. It's very
There you go, kids.
stuff.
There's a link for it.
Fill your boots. Happy Christmas.
And then the other trick is to just go Internet Archive and type in samples. That's what I do.
There you go. That's the link. Yeah, zine.rmassive.com. I think with rmassive, like I say, you have to. I think you have to go to their Facebook page, which there's a link in the top right hand corner of the website, and then you go to their Facebook page. You go to the messaging, and you just put a very polite request in there. Please say may I have the password, and then they will send you the password. But the password they change it every now and again, and it's all done on a kind of respectful basis. So you don't literally rape the site for everything that's on there and then stick it on another website for everyone to get free of charge. These guys have curated a lot of this stuff themselves, and if you want vintage sample libraries, there's if you want to upgrade your Emacs, for example, you can download because you had to have a thing called, what was it? I can't remember what the disk was called, but the process is now called scrambled megs, to to fool the Emacs into accepting the upgrade, because you had to pay for the upgrade sort of thing. So it was, but there's all sorts of sample libraries from Yamaha TX16Ws to Fairlights to Ensonics to Emus to Casios, Akai, all sorts.
Oh man, this has been a very worthwhile evening.
Well, I want to hear your cover of Good Life once it's done.
Yeah,
With said samples.
With the said samples, yeah, I'll get it. I'll as soon as it's done, I'll send you a copy.
If it's on there, I mean, hopefully it's on there. If not, let me know, because I've got a few other places I could look.
Fantastic. No, I really appreciate that.
It would be nice to have the Ensonic library with the proper file names and the disk names, so you know exactly what you're looking at, rather than just synth 1, synth 2, synth 3, synth 4. Did the Mirage have lower and upper samples? Because a lot of those samples have got L and U next to them. So I know with the Emulator 1, you had a lower and an upper. Because you got,
I think you got two banks of 100 up to 128 meg. So it's split. You got 256 meg in total.
Right.
But like you say, you had that was to be split lower and upper.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you could actually do more than 2 splits on it. I don't know. I've never had one. So, but
I know with the Emulator 1, you had to load the lower sample and then the upper sample. It was a single instrument, but you had to load these 2 different samples into the keyboard. So
I used to have a Prophet 2000, which I never got my head around, because you basically have to try and work everything out on a 2-digit display.
Yeah, they're horrible, weren't they?
But it sounded great. The filters on it were fantastic. But I got rid of that when I realised that I was never going to be able to sample anything myself. So I think I managed to get 2 samples out of it the whole time I had it.
God.
Worth a bloody fortune now. Oh,
yeah.
Don't go there. All the stuff I've sold in the past.
But you know what's not worth a fortune, and I can never understand why, is what Panda's got behind him there, and what I've got down there is that S6000, because it is the king of samplers.
So good.
It's such a good machine, and you can pick them up online for just a few £100, because they came with everything. The 5000 was a kind of a standard version, but the S6000, when you bought it, there was only the only options on it were the USB card, the ADAT card. I think that might have been it, because it came with the extra outputs. It came with the extra. It came with the FX card.
The FX card was standard. There's a second output card that it didn't come with, I think.
Yeah.
And there was also the USB card.
Yeah, that was an option. I've got the only option I didn't get for mine was the ADAT card, because I didn't have it. But I'd love an ADAT card just for completists. You know.
What was the last chip? Was it the Zs after the?
Yeah, Z4 was the last rack mount I think they made.
Z8.
Z8.
Z8, yeah.
They did the Z4 and the Z8. And the Z4 was kind of like the S5000 to the Z8 being the S6000, but they went backwards because they went from a 4U to a 2U. They retained the detachable screen on the Z8, but the screen on an S6000, well, you can see it behind Panda there, it's like that. The screen on the Z8 is like this. They literally went backwards. I've got a render somewhere. So that was the best bit about it.
Detachable screen.
Yeah, stick a 20-foot cable on there and just have it on your desk, and the sampler can sit way over there. So,
it's going to be a fucker to put back in now.
I'll try to find this thing. Here it is. So, when I was working at Akai, it was just as the S6000 was being phased out or being run out, and they were coming up with the next thing, and it was going to be the Z4 and the Z8. But before it was the Z4 and the Z8, it was going to be the S7000. And my mate Steve Howell that I used to work with for Akai, guy behind Hollow Sun. Let's see if I can just present my screen here.
Oh, I might have to make it.
He used to do all the UI renders, so he would design the user interface. He designed the user interface on the 5000 and the 6000. He did one of the NPCs as well. I can't remember which one it was. Was it 2500? He also did the 5000. But this was going to be, you'll have to throw that up on the screen. That was going to be Akai's next rat mount.
Oh, wow.
And you look on the back and you can see how far we'd come, because now you've got built-in USB, built-in Firewire, built-in ADAT, built-in AES EBU, which I think was on the S6000. But it was all built in. There was no need for cards. It was all going to be there, still with a detachable front panel. That was going to be... And then they decided to do the Z series. And
thank God you can't see my pants.
Sorry.
So thank God you can't see my pants.
Oh dear. But also, here's another one for you. I had a copy of this. Let me just add this one in. And this never made it to market, unfortunately. There you go, throw that one up. Ooh. That was the virtual Z8 or the VZ8. So they were Akai were already thinking about doing software samples because they knew, the writing was on the wall. And that was the VZ8 sample, a page from the VZ8 sampler.
Ah, wow!
Back in the day. And then, of course, they when the Z4 and the Z8 failed, because they didn't really sell that well. I mean, mine's a prototype and it's just shit. Then they changed. They stopped doing the Z8, and they started. They took the Z4 and they renamed it, and they called it, of all things, they called it the Boreas, which apparently is some sort of word for a tropical wind or something. So that was the Z4, but renamed as the Boreas. And what they did was they stuck a 20 gig hard drive in there and just crammed it full of Akai sample library. And it was essentially a module that you could mess around with. But, that never made it to market. I've got one picture of that somewhere.
I mean, it looks like an interesting piece of kit.
So, actually, because you mentioned the MPC 5000 earlier.
Yeah.
That's effectively just an Ensonic, a Alesis Fusion.
Yeah. The synthesizer, the VA engine is the same VA engine as the Fusion, and the sampling engine I think was the same, but the sequencer was a pretty much an MPC sequencer.
MPC sequencer.
But we just ported a lot of the library from the Fusion, which we also worked on. We just ported that library over to the 5000. But the 5000 was actually originally going to be called the MPC 3500. But they wanted a number that was bigger to imply that it was that much better than that which had gone before.
Yeah.
Bonkers. And this is why Akai just went, they lost their way for a while.
Mad.
Where's this one here?
Still got my Fusion leaning up against the wall in the other room.
Yeah, mine's on the shelf there. I don't want to get rid of it because
it's a great synth.
It is.
I used it loads and loads and loads, and but it's so fucking heavy.
Yeah,
that's the problem with it.
What have you got? The 88 note.
88, yeah.
Yeah. That was.
And the keyboard on it's superb. Actually, it's one of the best 88 note keyboards that I've got. Actually, but
Everyone I
it
know that's
just
got
makes so much noise. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The fans and everything.
that was that was I think that was at a NAM show. So that was an actual production Boreas. As you can see, they've got a sticker on the top there, coming soon, and it never did. Because that's when Akai Japan went,
Yeah.
and then got bought up by InMusic. And to be fair, InMusic it's been like turning an oil tanker, but they have turned Akai around, and they're doing good stuff now. But
I can't argue. The Force is still holding up 10 years later. And although the 1000 is a staple sampler, that's purely out of my own hubris. I don't want to play with the Force just because it's got plugins. That's just being a twat.
yeah,
But the plugins do sound great. I was playing around with them because Technologist, Stefan, who's in the chat, was going on about them. And to be fair, to credit to him, he's right. They are good. They're just not. I don't want to play with a VST. I want to play with a synth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
I've never
not.
been a big fan of Air. You know, the stuff that they do. It always seems very, what's the word? Bloated. It's not refined. It's good.
I do find it's clunky on the older MPCs Air stuff. The newer stuff can cope with it. There's clearly some dead weight in the programming there somewhere.
Yeah.
Clunky is probably the best right way, but it does sound good. So every now and then an Air plugin gets added.
Well, that's what you get with standard with Pro Tools, isn't it? The Air plugins.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what their plugin collection is.
Again,
Right.
credit to InMusic. They've taken those brands that they Air and stuff. BFD is another one of theirs now, and they're slowly turning them into useful things. Like BFD now, is it 3.5? It's nowhere near as good as Superior Drummer, but it's pretty good. It's up there with Superior Drummer and what's the other one? Addictive Drums. But Superior Drummer is probably the most aptly named plugin in the world because it is, without a shadow of doubt, the best drum plugin out there.
Yeah.
Right, we are pushing on half midnight, and I am starting to wane now. The energy
No
levels
worries.
are sapped. So
Do you want to do one more wheel, or have you had enough?
I'll do a double wheel to close us off.
There you go.
So thank you very much, Robbie. Thank you very much,
No.
Simon, for jumping in. Thank you,
Thank
earlier,
you.
Steve,
It's
for
been
jumping
very
in as well.
productive evening, as it's turned out.
Yeah, feel free to jump out whenever the wheel's going round because I won't be coming back onto camera afterwards. It's been a very, very good evening. Very productive,
Cool.
as Simon says. And to be fair, I've got some more music to make in the morning, so I don't want to be up. That's just the way of us musicians, isn't it? Yeah.
Indeed.
So here's the wheel. And we're going to do a spinny, spin, spin. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be another 404? Grace Griffin.
Grace
Grace
Griffin can't
Griffin.
be.
Right. Good night, chat. So I'm going to jump out. See everyone in chat. Nice to see you.
Before I go, Grace says she always fucking says she never gets picked, and it's the one night she's not fucking here.
Yeah.
Right. It's preserved on YouTube for all time. So.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, gents.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. See you
Cheers,
later.
guys. See you
So-
soon. Bye.
Bye. The one night Grace isn't here. Typical. Right, last wheel spin, then it's night time. Is it going to be another 404? Let's find out. Doke. It's a 404, of course it is. I'm just going to shut my mouth. I did say 2. I think it's just typical. I'll end up on 2 wheel spins. It's a lot of chat tonight. So, Kane, he seems to close most Hardware Jam nights. Brilliant work. Take it away, Kane. Once again, big thank you to ProSynth Network, to Fat Dad, to Sonus Lucis for jumping in. I've been the Panda. Good night.